Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, and I'm just checking in on you, and I know, where does my skin end? Where does the Malibu sweatshirt begin? You know, I was trying to be soft and cuddly today. It just didn't. I swear to God, it's not this light, but I'm looking at myself on the screen. I look fucking horrible. This looks like a hospital sheet. Anyway.
That's a rich guy sweatshirt.
Is it?
Yeah, that's like no one's working out in that sweatshirt. That's
no.
You go buy picture frames in that
you know
sweatshirt.
What's funny about this, Joe? I was out in Malibu staying in a trailer doing mushrooms, and we went down, and it's a touristy thing. But it's one of those things that if you go there, you got to get it. And you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I fucking love this thing. And I also love that it says Malibu. And then people look at me and just think that I'm going to like Lululemon and shit. There's just something funny about that to me. You know, Joe? I figured it'd be a perfect balance with your George C. Scott fucking, old school Lee Marvin vibes, you know? Same three actors I always bring up. Joe Bartnick is here because not only is he a great friend of mine, Joey B put out a killer special, and now we got tour dates coming. And all of a sudden, look who's selling tickets. Remember, look who's talking now.
Look who's talking too.
Look who's talking now.
It's a dog. I'm a dog talking.
Yeah. So Joe Bartnick, all right. If you like your comedy the way you like your fucking sandwiches, all red meat, fucking none of that beta lettuce on it. You want to go see Joe Bartnick. 29th and 31st, New Year's Eve, Boca Raton. That's a rich person, right?
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic. And I love Boca.
Boca Sandman.
Sadman Comedy Cafe.
Sadman.
Yeah.
Sadman Comedy Cafe in Boca Raton.
It's funny because he is Arab, so he is a Sandman.
Oh, there you go. All right. So.
But he's called Sadman.
Sadman. All right. You're going to be a little Tango and Cash down there. January 11th, you're going to be at the Funny Bone in Columbus. Dave Stroop. These are all my old stomping grounds. Vinny Brands, New Brunswick Stress Factory on January 14th. And I don't know where this one is. On Ben Salem.
The Parks Casino outside of Philly, right there.
Oh, right outside of Philly. So there you go. Look at that. We got Florida. We got Ohio, where all the great coaches come from. You got Vinny Brands, New Jersey, where all the fucking Tony, what's his name? Terry Cutlets.
Yeah.
That's not his name. What's the guy's name is it?
DeMayo, right? No, yeah, DeMayo's an actual hitman.
What's his first name? Is it Tony? It can't be Tony. That's too on the nose.
I think it is Tony.
It is Tony.
Tony DeVito, right?
Oh, Tony DeVito. All right, Tony.
I think so. I don't know. I know who you're talking about.
Hey, man, I don't know what's going on. All right.
I'm just trying to get the Steelers over. It was easy. A month ago, they're going to get 9 wins. Now it's like, oh my God. Thank God my kid got a scholarship in college.
Well, what happened?
They lost to 2-10 teams.
Yeah.
In 5 days.
Us.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. I heard.
You know what, dude? We fucking own you guys the way the Giants own the Patriots. Like, we can't beat the fucking Giants. I don't give a fuck if they're 1-15 or 15-1. The preseason, the season, the Super Bowl. We just don't beat them.
Belichick is just a great coach. He's just a great coach.
You know, I don't like his coaching tree. That's the latest thing. It's like Nick Saban's in there.
Nick Saban's in the Belichick coaching tree?
The fucking Cleveland Browns fired Bill Belichick with Nick Saban underneath him in like fucking 1995.
Thank God.
That's what they did.
Yeah. Thank God.
That's what they, that's what Cleveland does. They're the mistake by the lake, and they want to stay that way. Although they're playing pretty good football this year, huh? They're all right, right?
They beat us, I believe.
Okay, them's fighting words. So I don't want to compliment Cleveland.
No, it's fine. I always have a good time in Cleveland.
Yeah,
I have a good time everywhere.
Joe, let's be honest. You have a good time everywhere.
I have a good time everywhere. I enjoy everywhere I go. Long as the bar.
It was a war zone. Hey, I had a great time. Dude, when we went to Israel, there was some bullshit going down in Jerusalem.
It was the best.
Yeah, and the guy goes to us. He goes, oh, yeah, sorry about that stuff going on down in Jerusalem. And you said, yeah, I don't care about the Jesus stuff. Let's just go to
Well, they kept trying to drag me off the beach. We're literally looking. I talk about this in my act, so I'm not trying to do. We're looking at beautiful women that look like Wonder Woman. They're awesome. They're beautiful. They can kill you. You want to fuck them. They're like, hey, you want to go see some 3,000-year-old shit you read about in Catholic school for a decade? Like, no. No, I want to smoke sticks and drink and have a good time.
They need to get rid of that. They need to get rid of all of that shit.
They should just move it like to Disney World. I'm surprised some rich person hasn't just bought it. And
you know what they need to do? They need to make a wailing wall for fucking sports gamblers for like Sunday evening. The guy, he hit the fucking upright. And then you stuff your money that you owe the bookie into the fucking wall.
Is that what the wailing wall is? People complain?
Dude, I don't know. No, it's you go.
I don't know what it is.
You go there and you start fucking crying, and then you stick a piece of paper in there, and everybody's praying to God, but God likes your people more than he likes these other people, but he has made everybody, and God loves her. None of it makes any sense.
And you stick money in the wall?
No, you stick like fucking like notes, like you're talking to some chick in class. You stick them in there. You stick them in.
Please get 2 more wins, Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't handle it, you know. We went from the steel curtain to this. I mean, if you wanted to, you could bother him with that shit.
But wouldn't that make life easier if, like, Jeff Bezos or someone just bought all the religious shit and moved it somewhere, like, where everyone can get to? Easy direct flights. Have a Spirit flight to the Wailing Wall.
What if it just went away like a fad? Like it was like a fucking 5,000-year fad, and it just went away.
Like the twist.
And nobody, yeah.
Oh, that Christianity shit? Yeah, that's so passe. Yeah, that went away.
What are we thinking?
Yeah, what are we thinking? Dancing with people moving their hips?
Yeah, a guy walking on water? What are you doing? It was silly.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
No one's gonna.
And a lot of people died. That was stupid.
Yeah.
Kids got raped.
Yeah.
What were we thinking?
They said the guy like came back from the dead. How stupid was that?
And people believed it.
People believed it. Yeah, enough people believed it.
Dude, you know what's for me? One time I fucking worked with this guy, and the guy was burning the light. He was pissing me off, but his closing bit was fucking amazing. He was doing Howard Cosell doing the resurrection of Jesus Christ, which is basically...
I almost remember that from...
I probably told you about it. And he was doing the low thing. Here we are, standing out here. The Son of God is just... And then it was just, wait a minute. What is this? What is this? He's like, the rock is rolling back, and here comes Jesus Christ, clearly risen from the dead. Clearly, oh my God, this reporter has seen it all. I'll never get it. Was fucking amazing.
Down goes Jesus. Yeah. Down goes Jesus.
Dude, it was my favorite thing because he did a dead-on one, but he was like burning the light like you couldn't believe.
So he got to like then started the bit.
No, like I told him, hey man, you know you're supposed to only do fucking 25. You did like 40. And oh yeah, sorry, dude. The next night he did 50.
50.
And then he acted, no, yeah. This is like 30 years ago. One of my first headline dates, working up in I think I was in Vermont. It was a Roger Paul gig.
I wouldn't even
way back in the day.
It's like there's nothing better than featuring. Nothing easier. You do your 20 minutes, you hang out, you have some drinks you can drink at the beginning,
you set
drink
up
in the
your
middle.
merch.
Yeah. That's perfect. Who wants to go long featuring? Like you're a moron.
You don't have to wait till the headliner's done to fucking do the outro. Remember that shit?
Oh yeah, hosting is like you sit there and sit there and sit there. When you're featuring, you're already down the street.
Yeah, for you civilians out there, when you host. You go up, you warm up, you know, you get them going. You got to take the fucking beach, and then you bring up the fucking feature. Feature ends, you outro him, you do another couple minutes, then you bring up the headliner, and then you had to sit there for 45 to an hour, let that guy finish, and then you had to go up, all right, that's one more time, that's it, thanks for coming out, blah, blah, blah. You literally had to hang out for like another fucking hour just to do that. When you're starting out, you know, you had like the day job and all of that. Oh, dude. It was
and brutal. You knew his act by Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
But you had to listen to it 4 more times.
I'll tell you what kills me is how long 45 minutes seemed to me when I started out. Now 45 minutes goes by in like a second, but just to have to sit there. I guess if I have to sit there and wait for someone else to do 45 minutes before I go on.
I had a great education working the door at the Punchline. When it was
Joe,
you...
I would never know that about you. I had the education out on the street.
I got my education at the door at the Punchline. There's 2 ways to work with that. One is when I sit and listen to you and Attell and Louis C.K. and Chappelle, I get to soak it all in. That was amazing. But we talk about educations. You know, I get free college sweatshirts and swag everywhere we go. I go.
Joe, you're a made guy.
Yeah. So if I have any, like, whatever, I'll say Rhode Island, I'll say Syracuse, I'll say UCLA, whatever. People are like, oh, did you go there? When I wear Duke or Michigan, no one ever says, did you go there?
Yeah.
What year did you graduate and do?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you went to Ann Arbor? No, never.
That's awesome. That would probably happen to me. Like, I remember when I used to do the road with, like, Verzi, and we would go to, I remember one time we were somewhere in South Carolina, this fucking, I think it was Charleston, this picturesque, like, it was just ridiculous. Like an old school, like TV show would be shot there or something. It was just the most beautiful place ever. And we were just walking around in, like, sweatpants, and Verzi has his Yankee hat on. People were just looking at us like we were, like, in the witness protection program. Going, look at these two fucking meatheads. What are they doing here?
I'm like that everywhere, and it makes me get helped, because it's like any town I'm in, people are like at the CVS, like, do you need help, sir? Because like, why is this guy here? Like I stand out everywhere. Me and Verzi especially stand out everywhere.
We would be drinking in public, like leaning up against the gazebo, like smoking sticks, and people were walking by, just looking, going like, are those bookies? Like, I mean, I you know what it really is? It was really Verzi. It wasn't me. Like I look like a cop. But when I hang out with Verzi, then immediately I look like a crooked cop.
Right.
I look like I'm making a drop or something.
Well, yeah, you're giving, you're saying who's testifying against Verzi.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, here's who I saw go to the courthouse.
Yeah, Verzi looks like a rat, or I look like a crooked. Speaking of Verzi, he's going to be at the Gramercy Theater in New Year's Eve. I promised him I would give a shout out for that.
Oh, it's so happy for him. That's so Verzi. Love Verzi.
I know. Look at both you guys. Here's my coaching tree. Huh? Paul Verzi and fucking now Joe Bartnick going around the country selling out.
We're sold some good seats recently. Hope to keep. Thank you. And hope it keeps going. Talking about
did you just see that right there? This is what like truly funny people are like. They're fucking humble. They suck at the business. No, I know it's just going pretty good. Da, da, da. If you were a fucking hack, you wouldn't be on this show. You would figure out the matrix of social media.
I'd have a billion views on doing whatever.
Oh yeah, you'd have some little thing that you do. And then that sells. I mean, I'm not, saying that hacks shouldn't sell tickets.
No, everyone should.
Everyone should sell
tickets. It rises up with the more. I mean, this is like the boom. Everyone's doing arenas now. Not everyone like you. It's not just you and like Rogan. There's like 20 people. It's crazy. How many people are buying tickets to see comedy? And is it because like everything else is just so muted and just like, oh, it's terrible that now comedy's risen up so high? I mean, literally, it's like booming.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want to jinx anything, but if you're talking about,
well, I think it fits now where you can consume everything immediately. Like you can just watch a whole season, just fucking shotgun it. And I think by the nature of the fact that like jokes, you hear it once and then you're done with it. It just causes us, we're working at a pace that fits with the way people are consuming media right now, where it's just like, they watch a movie, they're done with the movie. They watch a series, they're done with the series, they move on. You as a comedian, though, you just keep coming up with new jokes and new jokes. As long as you keep making them laugh, who doesn't want to laugh? And that's one of the main things I look at when I'm on my phone is I just look at shit that's going to either blow my mind or make me laugh, one or the other. So I watch a lot of sports and a lot of, I don't know, people just imitating people or something.
My feed is like the Rolling Stones, sports, and it's always, it's just fun stuff.
But you actually read a lot. You do read a lot. You're very quietly a big, you wouldn't know it, Joe, to look at you.
I do what I like to read. I owe you this book. I'm halfway through, but the beginning of the NFL. It's just great stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think.
Dude, I just set you up. I set you up like you're out here reading the classics, Like Joe's out here reading about physics or something. You just go, I did read something recently.
Hey, there's no pictures in that book.
I've been meaning to bring it to you. It's about the beginning of the NFL. It is amazing. Oh, is this where they talk about like half those guys were bookies and gamblers?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And they're like meeting in the back of gas stations and stuff like that. It's the good stuff. It's the NFL.
They've kind of been fixing it since the beginning.
Well, yes. Yes.
Well, I don't know. Like, how could you there's so many fucking people involved. And everybody looks like they're trying.
Yeah, just a little shave here and there.
Like boxing, you could always tell like when somebody threw a fight as a boxer because you could just see like the punch wasn't there or just, they barely got hit and they fall down. Right. They miss. But like with football, with all the bullshit that goes on, I mean, Maybe it's like the officiating. I will say one of my big conspiracy theories, one of my big ones, Joe.
I mean, you have several.
Like when I go to give my talks.
Okay, your TED Talks?
In a conference room at a hotel. One of my big one is I just don't understand how with all of this fucking technology, they can never get a camera right on the goal line. It's always a little this way or it's a little, hey, by that angle, you can't quite tell. Put it on the fucking goal line. Put one right above it. What is the fucking problem? Or first down. It's always this way. Well, because it gives them the fucking leeway.
Or how about a chip that's just one that crosses that it goes off, and that's it.
You know what I mean? There's plenty of solutions, but I think it gives up control.
Yeah, they always want to have an out.
Yes.
They want to have here. Yeah. I mean, the thing.
And we're going to complain about this, and what are we going to do next Sunday? We're going to sit right down and watch it.
You know what, though? I will say this. I watch less and less and less because the product stinks. Unless you have one of the 5 or 6 great quarterbacks, okay quarterbacks, it's just watching bad football.
Right.
That's why I love college, because in college you don't have to have Joe Montana. You don't have to, you don't have to have the best of the best, because most teams run the ball and most teams can throw like 10 yards downfield. It's kind of like more like the football I grew up on. Whereas
right. You're a big college football guy.
I used to not be. I'm like, the NFL's great. College. Now it's like college is so much better to me, especially the SEC and like Michigan. That's why Bama.
I mean,
Michigan is going to be sick.
I got to tell you though, that Thanksgiving weekend, those games are just fucking incredible.
Oh, that Saturday was the best day of football all year.
Yeah.
When Washington, that Pembix kid's sick. Quarterback.
Just every year you got Alabama, Auburn, Ohio State, Michigan. I wish the fucking West Coast, I wish they had a better game. Like USC and UCLA, they don't play on Thanksgiving weekend, do they? They play
the weekend before now.
Why is that?
Who knows?
It just seems...
I honestly don't know. But
they're we don't want to have a knife fight like fucking Thanksgiving weekend.
Like after dark, the Bloods and the Crips probably got to split up.
Well, dude, the West Coast, like that's the one thing I learned when I was out here. It's like you can really get the shit kicked out of you at a baseball game out here. It's
it's no joke.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
Back home, it's like a two rights and a left. Here, it's like someone has a knife.
Yeah.
They play with weapons out here.
Yeah, you get stomped. It hasn't happened in a minute, but it's always it's there. I went to a fucking Angels game one time. I thought I was going to get stabbed.
And that's what's interesting, because other than Yankees, Red Sox, baseball is not like a blood sport like football or hockey is back home. Here, baseball, there's like way more violence in baseball out here. Baseball's like a pastime.
Yeah.
You should have a hot dog, bring your wife. She reads the newspaper. Yeah. My wife loves Pac-Bell because she just reads the newspaper in the sun. She enjoyed the hot dogs and the newspaper.
Dude, I've been like fucking vice-free since Thanksgiving. I'm not even drinking coffee.
You cut your coffee consumption?
Yeah, dude, I was just getting heartburn. I was drinking like 3 caps a day. So I was just like, I'm gonna knock this shit off.
Cold brews, no heartburn, I heard.
Oh, is that what it is? I heard.
It's a little better.
Dr. Bartnick.
It's a little easier.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. For some people, not everybody.
I read, Bill.
You do read. I was reading about the history of iced coffee. This pamphlet. I got like a fucking... I actually was amazed by the level of headache that I got, and then how long it took. And then I think I went to a little bit of a depression. I mean, it was a fucking ride. Now I'm out of it.
Well, you used to drink a lot of coffee.
I know, but I never did. I
You know why? You have kids.
No, old dads.
Well, yeah,
old
you have
dads
kids.
is what? No. The movie.
The movie.
We were doing the movie, and we were shooting on one of the first days. Somebody had a fucking, maybe I have COVID, maybe I don't test. And, he was, I forget, I think it was our cinematographer. I don't even fucking remember. And like the shit was just falling down, and we were going to lose a day. And so it ended up getting stretched out, and I was like yawning. And then Shay, she goes, "You want a coffee?" And I was like, "Nah, I hate coffee. It doesn't taste good." She goes, "I had to wake you up." So I had a cappuccino, and it was like, all right. And then the next night, I had another one. And then somewhere during the editing of it, it just fucking... you know,
workers will get you. That's when I started drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes when I worked when I was like 13 years old. Because the only way you could stand around at work is if you smoke or drink.
Oh, yeah, not get yelled at.
Yeah, you can't just stand there. What are you doing? Well, I would be smoking if I smoked.
Yeah.
You have to smoke. I'll take cancer when I'm 60. I just don't want to have to pick up any more heavy shit. I'm 13.
Now, the shit you can talk about? What what jobs did you have?
Well, I worked at Cool Springs Driving Range in Pittsburgh. The first year I picked up golf balls by hand, and we would have cages. We would wear cages.
No, you didn't.
I swear on my grandmother.
What did you have on your body?
Cage that would come down, and most of us didn't wear a cup because it was too constricting. And it was date night. They'd come and hit balls at us.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and it was like Lord of the Flies. It was like our theme song was the Who, like I hear in the field. I can't sing. We fight for our meals. Dude, yeah, and you were like, and most people would stay at like the 150-yard mark, but you get all the money because it would be ranked how many buckets you get per hour. You get bonuses. So if you could go up to like within
75,
60 yards, where like the little like the date nights, the chicks are hitting the ball, you just. He racked them in. But then, I mean, there'd be fights on the tee. They call it the tee line. You know, someone, yeah, then people be like, oh, people trying to hit you. Yeah, of course we know that. Right. So there'd be like line brawls, like 3 of us versus like 5 of them. Yeah, but we're wearing cages, and sometimes we put on the boots and go in the fake lake. Oh, yeah, I did that for 1 year, and then I kind of graduated that, and I worked daytime in the maintenance, which was tough because we would work, be there at like 6 or 7 a.m., so you just be out partying until like 3 or 4 in the morning. And
Dude, I saw somebody this morning. Living that life. They were coming out, and they had like the hoodie up and the fucking sunglasses on, and then they just had their coffee, just the way they were holding their coffee was still with the thing on it. They had it up here, right, and then they had a little whatever nourishment that they had, and was just standing at the red light. I was like, oh, that dude is fucking hungover. That's impressive. All right, time for a read here. Look who it is, everybody. It's old Helix. You know, the Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses, including an award-winning Luxe collection. There's mattress awards. Can you believe that? Somebody has to go to that event. The newly released Helix Elite Collection, a mattress designed for big and tall sleepers. And even a mattress made just for kids. So how will you know which Helix mattress works best for you and your body? Well, fucking look at what you look at. Now look at a mattress. If you're big and tall, you know which one to jump on. Take the Helix sleep quiz and find your perfect mattress in under 2 minutes. Everybody is unique. Doesn't mean you have something to say, though. And everyone sleeps differently. That's why Helix has several different mattress models to choose from. Each is designed for specific sleep positions and feel preferences. Models with memory foam layers to provide optimal pressure relief if you sleep on your side. Models with a more responsible foam to cradle your body for essential support and stuff. This is why we're losing to the Russians right here. And back sleeping positions. We're just cradling people. She just give him a hammock with a fucking voice recorder of his mother. Plus enhanced cooling features. Plus enhanced cooling features to keep you from overheating at night. Plus, another plus, Helix mattresses are American-made and come with a 10 to 15-year warranty depending on the model. Don't want to take my word for it. Helix has been awarded the #1 mattress picked by GQ and Wired magazine. Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/Burr and use the code HELIX, Helix Partner 20. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Me and Rose almost got crushed by a landscaper today, flying out of a driveway. I'm like, whoa, because I had my headphones on, and I don't know what he was looking at, but it was like, holy hell.
Oh, in your car?
No, me and my German Shepherd were walking, and because we were just walking, we would walk fast, and we weren't paying attention.
Oh, was the guy hammered?
No, it was like he was whatever he was doing. Well, he might have been, but he was a worker. You know, he was in his work truck, and he just like screamed out of this driveway, and we're like, whoa.
How are the dogs getting along?
Dogs are getting along great. I said when we first got Rose, they had a little rough patch. And
Rose is a German Shepherd, and then the other
Ruby's a 14-and-a-half-year-old mutt.
Yeah.
And now Rose is like an older lady. She's like 3.5 now. And she's like, the whole everyone leaves her alone, and she's real calm and doesn't bother anybody. She just grew up. But before, when they were younger, they went out a little bit because Ruby's, territorial, and Ruby's just a badass, doesn't care. And we had Rocky's trainer. We had Stallone's Butkus's trainer came out and he goes, I don't know if they'll ever be best friends, but they seem to be able to work. I think they'll work it out. And I told my wife's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. She's crying. I go, they're dogs. It's like hockey. They'll figure it out on the ice.
Right.
Literally, they're best friends now.
Oh, they are.
Oh my God, they're best friends. Like literally, like when I come home, because Ruby's so old, she's like half asleep. Rose walks over and wakes her up, like, "Hey, Daddy's home. Get up." And they both tag team my wife because they both they harass my wife constantly. So like if one's not pulling their weight for like, hey, we bother mommy, like then they'll get each other like, hey, hurry up, let's go.
That's great. Hey, we're going to the Rose Bowl, dude.
I know.
Rose Bowl coming up.
I changed my flight from Sadman's. I was supposed to come in the next day and relax in Boca. It's like that. As soon as I saw the schedule, I'm like, there's no way after going there for like 15 years in a row, I'm gonna miss the only game I've wanted to see.
Yeah, I want to see Michigan. I mean, have we seen Alabama? They came through one time and beat the shit out of Florida State or something, or was that Oregon? I can't remember.
Oh, I didn't even.
That was when Jameson Winston, when they hit him and he fumbled the ball and the guy ran it back. I want to say that maybe that was Oregon. Was it Stanford?
Let's say we've gone. Let's say we went like 13 years. I can clearly remember like 6 plays.
I know. It's kind of ridiculous. And I've been sober for the last 5, and I can't. But we haven't gone in for a while. We finally realized. What we finally realized was that continuing to tailgate while the game went on was even better than going to the game. Once you've been to the game, unless like your team's in like this year, I'm going. Not even because it's a playoff. It's because it's Michigan.
Yes.
And I've always wanted to see Michigan at the Rose Bowl. So
Schembechler.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, they used to have the fucking roses up on their shoulder pads. See, no coffee. I'm going to fall asleep here. And it's Alabama. Nick Saban. Who knows how long this guy's going to do? How much longer is he going to do it?
I mean, Bill, we went there, whatever, 5-8 years ago. They already have a statue for him there. He's only won like 4 more national championships. I mean, he's a legend. Yeah. People hate him. I love the man. Because I've told you this story.
Who's in it? Who's in it this year? It's Bama, and then Michigan,
Texas, and UW, University of Washington, Pembix. I love that kid.
All right.
It's gonna be. So I was just talking to Scalar
Who's
brother.
The favorite? This got to be Alabama. This got to be.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, Texas. I think Texas has a really good chance because
Texas beat Alabama. Right?
Texas beat Alabama.
Well, there goes that.
At Alabama, Texas is the one team that can match up. Line for line.
I will tell you this.
It has the same amount of big boy dogs.
Right. But Texas if anybody beats fucking Nick Saban in Alabama twice in 1 year, has anybody ever done that? There's a trivia question.
Maybe Georgia did. Maybe.
Maybe Georgia. Okay, that's a good guess.
Maybe LSU did.
No, we didn't. Not since I've been watching them.
Okay. I mean, that's the only 2 that you can think. Because Ole Miss never then went to the SEC.
I might be wrong.
Ole Miss is like the only team that's ever beat them like 2 years in a row besides Georgia, I think. Something crazy.
Yeah.
I just like the way he raises young men, and I think he puts out a nice product of people into society. And there's a well-documented story how some kid, when he was at Michigan State, he did something that wasn't heinous, but it wasn't good. And they wanted to throw him off the team, and he goes, "No, we'll do it in-house." The guy now like runs a Fortune 500 company. His kids are like doing very well, and it's like, oh, he could have cut it from the team. It'd have been nothing. I just like Nick Saban.
Right.
I like Nick as a person. I don't know him, but he seems to raise good people. Guys in the NFL that played for Alabama.
Hey, Nick Saban thanked me.
He did?
No, I'm joking. Oh. I'm imitating you. When Bartnick went to go see do you remember that, Andrew? When Bartnick went to go see Top Gun. He goes, you know what I liked about Top Gun? Tom Cruise thanked me for coming to the movie. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He thanked you. He was there? And he said, no, they got this thing in the beginning where Tom just goes, hey, I want to thank everybody for coming out to the movie.
I thought it
Joe's like, he fucking say he was talking to me. It was my favorite thing ever.
I thought it was a nice touch.
It is a nice touch.
I still do.
It is, but just the way
I want to thank everyone for watching my comedy special, and I'm going to thank everyone for watching Old Dads.
Well, I always liked how you always go, like, you had that line in Iraq, and I travel around and tell jokes to great people like you. You would always say that. I always thought that was a nice positive thing to say to the crowd to set the tone.
Yeah.
You know, that we were
appreciative. I'm very appreciative. I feel bad sometimes when I leave the stage. I go, did I say thank you enough? Like, thank them for coming? Like, did I thank them enough? Because, hey, you gotta leave your house. You gotta go get a babysitter. You gotta pay for parking. You gotta deal with other people. It's not easy.
Yeah, no.
To come listen to me. But please do.
yeah, please do. Dude, you got all kinds of stuff coming up. Then you got dates for other people listening. We got in February, Portland, Maine, Empire Comedy Club.
Should be nice and warm.
That's the second. Oh, Portland, Maine's amazing in the wintertime to visit.
From a plane.
Yeah. No, Portland, I got 2 good coffee spots there and a great place to get something to eat, too. Bridgeport, Connecticut, Stress Factory, Vinny Brand again.
Vinny Brand.
Vinny Brand. Keep an eye on that guy.
I like Vinny.
Houston, Texas, February 24th, the Riot Comedy Club. Look at you.
Never been there. But then we're doing Punchline Philly. We're doing Zany's Nashville, Zany's Chicago. We got a big show in Denver. Going to be fun. San Francisco, Punchline back home.
This is all in March. You got Poughkeepsie, Pottstown, Soul Joel's.
Have you ever played Soul Joel's?
No, but what is your web? Where can people see these dates?
JoeBartnick.com. My new website is coming this week. I got a guy doing it. We're finishing touches.
Nice.
Oh my God. I was so zen about it, Bill. I'm proud of myself. I went through. No, I really am.
Hey, I thanked me.
I went through like 1,500 pictures on my computer. All these pictures of us at the Rose Bowl, us with everywhere. For Madison Square, all these great, and then all these great pictures of us like Louisville, Slugger, all these. I put them all in these folders, send them to my guy. I went and got like a chocolate milk. I came back, 90% of them are not there.
Why?
I don't know. My wife is like, you're an idiot. She's rare. I don't know. They're not in my junk. They're not in any folder. I have no idea where they went. I have none.
Dude, you have no idea.
I didn't throw anything. I didn't even spend. You know, I literally went and took Ruby for a little walk, and I took Rose for a big walk. I'm like, hey, nothing you can. I can do, and there's nothing we could do.
Let me ask you this: is that how you handled it in the moment?
Yes, yes, it is.
God, I wish I could do that, because I can't even tell you how much I can relate to that. Like, you know, my wife goes, hey, you know. I go, give me something to get you for Christmas, all right? I don't know what to get you, right? So she sends me some ideas, all right? Sends me a bunch of stuff. He goes, anyone.
Like how big that arm.
No. But she's just like, any one thing is
right,
cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be like, get me this, and I go, I got it. Here it is. You know, it's gonna be some sort of surprise.
Yes.
So I go to order the first fucking thing, dude. The shit I had to fucking go through, like 3 meltdowns, just trying to fucking order this shit, and I'm just like. Why can't I just go to the fucking store and buy some sneakers? Oh, I know, because there's nothing there anymore. And then they're going to say, well, you know, they're going to steer me to the fucking website. And it's like I'm literally typing in my address, and they're telling me that it doesn't qualify or whatever the fuck you're going to say. And I'm just like, so now what do I do? What am I supposed to fucking do? And I just, you know, I don't know. Me just trying to order my wife a pair of sneakers, which is all I was trying to do. By the end of that process, failing at that process, I'm literally screaming about how they're going to microchip all of us and take all of our fucking cars, and when will they feel like they have enough control? Like it
is a rabbit hole when something doesn't work on your computer. It really is. I mean, like I was.
No, but like you just like, I just lost all these photos and memories. Hey, you know. What can you do?
I don't. I mean, I've lost so many more memories just from my drinking.
How you been
That's
doing?
some escape button. What happened there? I don't know. Talk to Mr. Daniels, Jack.
Dude, you got I don't know how you still do it, dude. You got a fucking iron stomach.
I have a good time. I really do.
I laugh. You guys don't know why I'm laughing about that. For him to say that he has a good time. I mean, Joe. I mean, Jesus Christ. Dude, that fucking, did I tell you this? We must have told the story last time you were on here.
I know.
When we were in Detroit. We were in Detroit.
I think we did tell it somewhere on Verzi's podcast. I mean, I think
all right, real quickly. He fucking has some bourbons. He goes to bed naked. Doesn't have his glasses on. We're in Detroit. He gets up to go to the fucking bathroom, shuts the door behind him, and he's outside of his hotel room, completely fucking naked. So I'm like, Joe, what'd you do? He's like, yeah, I fucking covered my junk. And he goes, I figured it was 3 a.m. No one's going to be there. And I tell you that, he gets all the way down there and right as he gets to the front, he's peeking around the corner, like 10 people, like co-ed, men and women come walking and they're like, oh my God. He's going like, no, I don't have my key. And then somehow he's disarming. They all start laughing. And then the guy goes to go with you and some woman slapped you on your ass.
Yeah. This guy's like, the guy behind the counter panicked. He comes to give me a sport coat. It's like, I don't think people care if my shoulder's exposed.
Yeah. That wasn't even Joe having a good time. That was just Joe trying to take a leak.
Yeah. Oh, I've been naked a lot of places. Crazy.
Dude, I told Nia that story. She was fucking crying when I called up because I couldn't even get it out. I go, you want to be with Jordan? She was already laughing before I even got to the details.
We like to have a good...
Fucking Injun Joe, all fucking red sunburned coming down. Fucking big naked bear.
What was funny about that, though, was I literally, because I forgot silverware, I ate a steak by hand. And I watched, the Penguin game on my phone. I really wasn't that... I really can't... You know how much I can't see. That's legendary.
Oh, yeah. I don't drive with you anymore.
Oh, I don't want anybody to. I hate driving.
Right.
I stopped going down. I got to leave my house only in one direction because the one street doesn't have any lights on it. I almost hit a parked car 3 times. I've almost hit a guy walking his dog.
You're Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, I am a Mr. Magoo. I can't see anything.
What? You have glasses though.
I know, and I wear them usually, but this is for camera. I wear them everywhere, but on the stage.
Oh, okay.
Literally everywhere.
Yeah, I've been saying I've needed them for 10 years. I'm finally going to get them. I can't see distance and I can't see really up close. If I to hold this thing, right there. It starts.
Then you need
blurry.
mine. Then you need mine that go further ways on top and then closes on the bottom.
So what do you just walk around doing this all day and then
no,
a chiropractor?
It takes you 3 weeks or so to get used to. Looking
3 weeks.
I know, and I almost wrecked so bad I brought them back the first time I had them. I go, I can't wear these because if you're driving, you see good, right? You're driving, you see good. Then all of a sudden you look down.
I'm picturing you coming in, you got a fucking tree branch sticking out of your grill. You just coming, dude, this ain't fucking working for me.
It was almost that. It was almost that. I go, I can't. So, but then until you look down at the radio, then it's close. So then your vision snaps into that, and then you look back up and you're a little bit dizzy for a second. I couldn't do it on the freeway. I'm like, I return these. But then a couple years later, I went through it and just trained my eyes to do it. Now it's perfect. So you can wear them.
It takes 3 fucking weeks?
I mean,
I thought it was a couple of days.
Maybe a couple of days. It said.
I don't know. I do a lot.
It said 3 weeks, and after 1 week, I'm like, I can't handle it. But you're the one that made me get glasses because I was really. You go, Bartnick, I don't want to see you squinting into a menu anymore.
Oh, it's also and then, dude, you would stop 200 yards behind the car in front of us, thinking they were right in front of us. We'd be looking at Joe. What are you doing? And you just sit there going, "I gotta go a little closer."
My wife says I ruined the brakes in the car because it's I slam on the brakes because I'm all of a sudden I'm there. I think I'm not. I have no depth perception. I'm like, I got plenty of space. I was like, they're right there. I slam on the brakes.
All right, last thing. Let's talk hockey because I just with the kids and trying to write a new movie and everything. I just don't. I know my Bruins are playing great. I checked in on your every time I go, just to randomly check in on the center ice package. Fucking Penguins are always playing. I always miss the night when the Bruins are playing.
Well, it's been a mixed bag with Pittsburgh Penguins. Everyone says, they're too old, and they got Carlson, and what are they doing? They're all in. The Hall of Famers, Sid and Gino Sid's been amazing. Gino's played pretty good, cooled off a little bit. And now the goaltending's been good, but the bottom 6, and they've lost a lot. Their power play was 0 for 33, didn't score in a month until last night. So if their power play was going at a decent clip, they would be in the playoffs probably around the cusp. Right now, they're 6 points out. Plenty of runway to go. I don't know. I said beginning of the year, if they make it in the playoffs, I think they can make the playoffs. I said beginning of the year, but they could win a round because they got Sid and Gino, but they're not winning 4 rounds of 7.
Right.
But, everyone's like, the turnover. I don't know. I got 3 Stanley Cups from Sid and Gino. I love those guys. I'd rather just be mediocre and watch them play 3 more years than all of a sudden see Gino as a San Jose Shark.
How you
know, or see like Sid somewhere else. Like, let them go out.
How old is Sydney now?
Sid's 37, I believe. Gino's 38.
No, he is. He's 37.
I'm almost positive.
When
He's been playing. They played.
He came in the league about 18 years old.
He was 18.
But I thought he came in around 08, though.
No, he came in like 06. He came in 05. The lockout, he came in I think 05, and then Gino came 06.
Sidney Crosby's 37 years old.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, him, Sid, Gino, and Tanger are the longest in North American sports history teammates, period, let alone
I'll tell you
they've
what's
won.
amazing is
They're longer than Jeter and Bernie Williams and...
how long they've been playing together?
Rivera, yeah. The longest ever in North American history of the Big Four. I mean, there might be like 3 soccer players from the indoor soccer league that passed it, but
possibly.
I used to love indoor soccer.
Yeah, you watched that shit?
Oh yeah, the Pittsburgh Spirit. Yeah, because it's like, you know, it was like watching gym class, just European guys kicking the balls off the hockey boards and coming back at them. Nothing was in bounds or out of bounds.
Yeah, we had like some sort of tea party team or the Lobsters. I can't remember what the fuck they called. The Revolution?
Well, that was regular.
Yeah, I know it was.
I mean, when there was like, there used to be 4 channels, and you know, so soccer's on. The biggest bunch of crap I ever saw was the Pittsburgh, the first year of the National Indoor Lacrosse League. Remember that indoor lacrosse?
Indoor lacrosse, no.
Well, the commercial made it look like it was, you know, like violence. It was like, you know, the 75 Flyers.
Yeah.
And there was like maybe 2 hits the whole game. And we're just sitting there watching these as high school kids like, what is this? Yeah. we didn't have lacrosse.
Are the Flyers off the cup yet?
No, that's in 2025.
So Joe Bartnick hates the Flyers.
I'm trying to sell tickets here, Bill. Actually, I got to say, Philly fans going all the way back to when me and Verzi did the All In tour. Philly comedy fans and Philly people are the best.
Oh yeah,
I love them. The food, I love Philly. Everything except the team that looks like this.
Oh, the Flyers,
the creamsicles.
Yeah, you don't like the Flyers, but I like the. I've always enjoyed Philly too. I don't know. I don't know what they're so upset about. They have a great city. They have great food. The people there are
Food's
funny.
Amazing.
Yeah, food is kind of fucking. You know, I would put that up against anything on the East Coast, and I just don't understand. Like, what is the problem?
Do you think? I think they almost feed into it. Like it's cool to be that way.
That's what I think. I just think ESPN's been blown. I think this is my conspiracy. Like they act like Philly's the worst behaved like fans. Just because they don't want to see the worst behaved fans, which you know was out here. Back, you know, we had like that guy get kicked in the fucking head in front of his kids, and that guy ended up dying.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Giants. He wore a San Francisco Giants.
Oh, I thought he was he died. I don't know.
Years later, he did from the injuries. So then it switched to like a murder rap. I mean, his guy's kids were there. He's wearing a Giants jersey, and he got into it with 2 Dodger fans, and he ends up being brain dead after that and then fucking died. So like, that kind of beats. I'm not trying to get Philly to try and top that, but it's just like,
no. But you know what though? But you know what? That's why I mean Penguins. I go Kings. I don't even wear the. You know, I never even wear my sweater anymore. Just like, you know, I don't want to be. I just don't want the aggravation to be another team. But what's funny is, I guess I'll say this on air. Andy, my podcast co-host, I guess some guy was trying to get at me. I guess he recognized me, and they were trying to get to me like. To mess with me. I wasn't paying attention, but they kept bothering Andy. Andy got 2 punches in on him. Bloodied him up.
Andy hit him?
Yeah. I'm like, whoa! Like, 4 Penguin fans. It was pretty crazy, and we won. Right in overtime, when Rusty scored, we won, and it's like, everyone's going nuts. And all of a sudden, there was like a scuffle right next to me. Like, what's going on? Break it up. And then they called the goal back. And then Russ scored like 10 seconds later, so we got to celebrate twice. And we had lost a bunch of games in a row at Staples Center, so it was nice to get a win. But yeah, but in Jed, we weren't wearing any Penguin gear. Like I wasn't. I mean, I wore like I think a Penguin hat, but not like it's like I'm tired of being like the enemy in someone else's place. It's like it's like I just want to watch the game. I
do tell you, like once a year for like in the summer, I'll go back to Boston or maybe a different time of the year, whatever. We always try to, maybe if the kids have a school break, we'll go back then. It always changes when we go back, but to just go to a game and be not in enemy territory. I mean, I've been in enemy territory as far as sports goes since 1995. It's like more than half of my life, I think, at this point. Yeah, more than half of I was 27, I'm 55, yeah. 28 years. I'm just sick of it. I would just like to go to a fucking Celtic game and cheer the Celtics, but I live in LA. I'm not going to fucking go down there and just deal with that. Like 99% nothing's going to happen. I don't need that shit. My family there, hey, fuck you, and all this crap that they're going to say.
Yeah, it's too much. That's why, like, my daughter, she's a great Penguin fan. She wants to go see Sid and Gino in Pittsburgh one time. I'm like, we got to do it next year.
Yeah,
because it's like she's put up with everything with the Kings. Because my favorite moment ever is a father.
At least you're not like blood rivals. With like, it'd be like if you moved to Philly. Like, I moved to New York and like that whole Red Sox Curse of the Babe shit. Oh my God.
Because
that bullshit. And then right as that ends, I fucking move out here. And then that's when the Celtics bought that 08 championship, went out and just went shopping.
Lakers are on your hit list. But because we were younger, when I was always younger, but my daughter was little, we went and saw Penguins played a great game. Like, I think the last time we won until this time, they played great. Gino scored, Sid scored with a fight. We won the fight right in front of us, like 3 rows from the ice. And now it's like, on Saturday, the Flyers come to town. My daughter goes, can we come on Saturday and boo the Flyers? I'm like, I love you. She's got a big scholarship I'm so proud of. I still think I'm prouder of that moment as a Penguin fan. But she wants to do that because, she's a little kid. So she wants to be in the Jumbotron. She's a dancer. Uh-huh. She's danced for years, but she's wearing like a Crosby jersey. They're never going to put her on the Jumbotron.
Right.
any kind of like thing that for kids is like like they never helped her.
You let her keep dancing. Yeah. You don't want to crush her dream.
Yeah, no.
Wear
that jersey with pride.
Yeah.
Your grandfather wore that jersey,
All right. Well, I have you on this podcast with pride. This guy's one of my favorite people in this business and one of the fucking best stand-up comedians out there right now. As far as like, if you just wanted the old school fucking what was it, like the XFL, where you had to go tackle the fucking each other for the football to start off rather than a coin flip. Joe Bartnick will be touring all around the country, all of these great working class towns. Columbus, New Brunswick, Portland, Bridgeport, Houston, Philly, Nashville, Chicago, San Francisco. I wouldn't say that's working class anymore. Denver, Poughkeepsie, Pottstown. Go see this guy. He's absolutely fucking hilarious. So proud of you, Joe.
Thank you so much.
Doing the damn thing.
I'm sorry, New Year's Eve, Boca Raton, because then I'm coming back. Right. Rose Bowl, the legends return.
Yes. Go run into us on the golf course. See if you can hang with him. Hopefully he'll have his clothes on. All right, that's the Thursday afternoon just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. Have a great weekend, you cunts.
Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday morning podcast for Monday, December 21st, 2015. What's going on? How are you? Hey. It's almost the end of the year. Did I take time out to say thanks? Thank you for being you and for just, bringing your vibe. Seriously, I want to thank everybody who's been watching. F is for family. All right. Now, Netflix doesn't give out any ratings. Only they keep them to themselves. Like a fat kid with cookies. They don't tell anybody what's going on, so I have no idea. All I can judge by is the feedback you guys have been giving me on Twitter, Facebook, and wherever the hell else you guys are at. And you guys seem to be liking it. So thank you so much for watching the goddamn show. Please tell your friends about it. Very happy that people are enjoying it. We worked our asses off on it. So with that, let's get on with the podcast. As you know, it's really late today, later than it usually is. I just have family in town, and I don't know. They're like regular people, so they sleep, and, they sleep, and they sleep, and they sleep. And I don't get it. I mean, I go to bed after regular people, and I wake up before them, It's probably because they're like, I don't know, more just at peace with themselves, so they can just keep sleeping, but my brain keeps going the whole fucking night. So, I mean, I can get about 6 hours, and then I got to get up and start doing something, or I go absolutely fucking insane. So I wasn't able to record this morning because everybody was still sleeping, and I had to walk around and be on eggshells. So, of course, I'm on the phone with Verzi, and we're yelling about sports, and my wife came out and let me know, you got to stop walking around screaming at the top of your lungs into your phone, having sports arguments with people. You do it at all hours of the day. You have people on speaker, and you're screaming about sports, and it's really affecting the environment in the house. Now, if I was a mature adult, I'd be like, you know what? You're absolutely right. I should be considerate. I can only imagine if you were walking around screaming about all the shit you watch on Bravo TV, that unbelievably fucking, just devoid of any sort of intellect on that fucking cunt of a channel. I swear to God, if I knew somebody in the CIA, I bet it goes ISIS and then Bravo TV and then whoever's the I don't know. Who would be the next person they're going to go after? It's just as far as fucking up this country. ISIS, Bravo TV, and I don't know, Bravo TV's, that's a broad brush. That gets rid of a lot of people. But anyways, so if I was a mature adult, I would have just been like, you know what, you're absolutely right. But instead, what did I say? I said, well, you fucking sleep all day. You sleep till all hours of the day, and I got to walk around tippy-toe, and she was just like, I'm not talking about that. It's like, yeah, well, I am. I'm talking about that. Why are you talking about it? Because I know you're right in the other area of the debate. So I already have a New Year's resolution. No more screaming on my phone in the house about sports TV. And there you go. Once again, I'll work on myself as a human being and slowly stop being the Bill that you know and love. And I'll become that thing they want you to be. And one day they wake up and they go, oh, the work's done. I'm bored. I think I'll go blow somebody else. And you know what? That's the trajectory of most marriages. Everything they liked about you, they start to fucking hate. Then they fix it, and then they do. You're somebody different, and then they walk down the street just giving handies. Who wants one? Who gets your hand jobs here? Unhappily married woman coming down the street. Took my dog for a walk today, all the way around the block, and it didn't shit once. It's just, it usually shits like 2-3 times. So I got all paranoid, and I was looking around the house trying to find dog shit. I couldn't find it anywhere. Then I was thinking, did it shit its brains out the day before so that it's got nothing left? I don't know. You know something? This might be one for a veterinarian. Maybe I should call them up rather than just talking out into fucking the empty space of podcast them. That's right, podcast them. I did that Fighter and the Kid, Brian Callen's podcast. I did that earlier today. So look for that. And you probably wonder about, Jesus, Bill, why are you so fucking lethargic? Oh, is it because you only get 6 hours sleep? No, because me and a buddy of mine went to a burger place that somebody suggested down in Watts, L.A., as in the Watts riots. That's the only reason why white people know about Watts. They got a hamburger place down there called Hawkins, and we went down there. There was 3 of us, white as fuck, a new show on Bravo. And we drove down there, and we were all laughing, just going, all right, 3 of the whitest people ever are going to go down into Watts. Are we going to get mugged the second we get out of the car? Are they going to think we're cops? All the scared white guy things. And then we showed up, and we're staring at the fucking menu. And this guy just goes, hey, is this your first time here? And we go, yeah. And then they go, first timers. And everybody in the kitchen yelled, hey, welcome to Hawkins. It became like an after-school special. It was hilarious. And then as a white person, you're like, oh, it really isn't that bad. I get it now. Most of my thoughts are just fear-based, right? And then there's always that one dude's just got to fuck it up for everybody, right? This guy showed up, fucking weird vibe, had a U.S. Air Force bag. He just sort of left it in the middle of the area where we're eating and then walked away from it, sat in the corner, was sort of staring at us. And he was eating peanuts. He wasn't eating a burger. And then he walked outside and walked around to the open window area where we were at, and then he offered us peanuts. We were like, no, thank you. We don't want any of your peanuts. And then we sort of finished up and we went to leave, and he was staring at us, and he wrote down our license plate number. It's awful. It's awful what going to war does to you, but I think he was super fucking paranoid already. I'm piecing it together. I certainly wasn't going to have a conversation with the guy. I was judging by the U.S. Air Force bag, and then the paranoid behavior. And he had something on his fucking wrist, like he got fucked up his wrist or something like that. I have no fucking idea. But all I can tell you is I'm going to go back there again because it was the best goddamn burger. I think it might be the best burger I've ever had. But Jesus fucking Christ, it's the size of a football. And, if you're a goal-oriented person, you're going to get about 3 bites in going, holy fuck, this is delicious. You're going to get halfway through and you're going to be like, do I win a t-shirt if I finish this thing? And then finally just like, I got to finish this thing. The fries are delicious. I got the fat burger with egg and it was outstanding. It's called Hawkins. It's right off of South Central, I believe. And it was fucking delicious. And I was like, thank God, because I was bringing, it was a recommendation from a couple of people I met when I did yet another failed pilot. And, I love meeting people that are actually from Los Angeles because they love Los Angeles and then they know all the cool places to go. So most people who are transplants like me stay basically in the Hollywood Valley area. So I asked these guys, I'm like, give me something. What do you got? What do you guys say? All right, you want to fucking, you want to try something? Go down to Watts. We went down there. It was absolutely fucking delicious. But I'll tell you this right now, I am paying for it. There's no way you won't. If you're smart, you go down there and you'll split one. But if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably not smart, and you're going to order one yourself, and you're going to do what I just did, and. But it's a wonderful experience until you get right to the end and your body keeps saying, stop it. Stop it. What are you doing? Stop it. And you just can't. You just keep fucking shoveling it in your face and then you just lean in on something. You lean in on something. You're like, why did I just do that? Oh, my God. I got to be on the fucking elliptical for 9 years. And then all of a sudden a fucking Air Force veteran's offering you peanuts. And you want to say no. You want to stand up straight and look like you're somebody that can't be fucked with, And you just can't do it. You just lean in there. And then maybe it comes off as confidence. And maybe that's why he leaves you alone. I have no fucking idea. But, oh my God, my mouth is dry. There's so much fucking salt in me right now. Jesus Christ. But you know what? It was worth it. I was actually psyched I went down there. I watched this great documentary, which of course I can't remember the name of it, but Forrest Whitaker did the narration on it. And it was all about, the history of Los Angeles and the gangs and all of that stuff and police violence and everything. And it actually broke down all those different areas. You always hear about it, How many people saw Straight Outta Compton and actually know where Compton is? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's one of the great groups of all fucking time. You should know where it is. And LA is just so fucking weird like that. They pave over their history. They don't fucking tell you where anything is. It's all about the highways. Take the 405 to the 10. You guys ever watch that SNL sketch? The Californians, right? And they'd be like, Devin, what are you doing here? Like, that sketch was so fucking accurate as far as, like, everybody's obsessed with, like, where did you come from and where do you live? And it's always, I took the 105 to the 110 to the 60. Got off at fucking Mulholland. It's all obsessing about how to get how you got somewhere because of this fucking hellacious traffic. So, anyways, I am full of salt right now. I am not going to eat again until breakfast tomorrow. Fuck. Oh, but it was worth it. It was fucking worth it. I had like one bite of that, and I'm like, I am bringing Nia here tomorrow. And then I got halfway through the burger, and I was like, I am bringing Nia here in about a month. And then I finished it, and I was just like, in 6 months, when I'm not full again. I'm so fucking full right now, I can't even finish my sentences. Oh, it was glorious. It's really a feeling that so few people in the world know. Most people are starving, So I'm trying to feel privileged right now, even though it's a big part of me wants to kill myself. Oh, it hurts to laugh. Jesus Christ. No, it was Thanksgiving between two buns. It was fucking, one of my buddies had a pastrami sandwich. He said, I'm 3 bites in. I still haven't made it to the bun. He was smart enough to stop Me and my other friend we just kept going, and he had to fucking drive. Oh, I wanted to recline the seat so fucking bad, but I was afraid that if I reclined, it was all going to come up. All right, Bill, enough. You talked about dog shitting and overeating. Is this supposed to be exciting? Well, it's that time of year. It's that time of year when you can say, come on and eat a manhole-sized fucking burger. It was incredible. So anyways, why don't we talk about some shit other than dog shitting and me eating an oversized burger. My stupid password. I can never reopen the thing. Still fucked it up. How about those New England Patriots, huh? Sort of limping along. I don't think we're going to do any damage this year. I just don't think it's our fucking year, man. We just got too many injuries. And I watched the Giants-Panthers. As I mentioned when I was promoting F is for Family last week, I got to do Rich Eisen's show. I called in and I was talking about how I thought the Giants-Panthers game was going to be the game of the week as far as either the Giants turn the fucking corner like they always seem to in December and make one of those great playoff runs despite their record, or the Panthers are going to basically go undefeated and win the Super Bowl. That's what the fuck I was saying. Of course, what do I know? I'm just a comedian. But I watched the game. It was a great game. And, of course, everybody was freaking out about Odell Beckham and what was that guy, Norman? I can't believe Beckham didn't get fucking ejected. You know what I mean? I swear to God, that was fucking unbelievable. But however, though, a lot of me, I really enjoyed it. I loved them getting in each other's face. I didn't like him launching him helmet to helmet, that type of hit. But I was talking to another friend of mine. I said it reminded me of Mel Blount and Golden Richards back in the day, except Golden Richards fought back. But it's interesting because Beckham kind of acted like a big fucking baby because he wasn't getting any catches just because he got roughed up a little bit. And I kind of agree with, I hope I'm saying his name right. Beckham, was it? Not a Beckham, I mean Norman, right? Fuck, Bill, why don't you look up shit before you fucking start talking about it? Then you got to type with one index finger, and that's not fun for anybody, right? Josh Norman. He said he kind of cracked the code on him. You get under his skin a little bit. So I think more people are going to try to fuck with Beckham because God knows if you just try to cover him, you can't do it. But once again, the football gods love the Giants. They love them. How the fuck do you get away? This guy ran like fucking 30 yards and just jumped in the air head first into another guy's fucking helmet. I guess because it was away from the play, they didn't see it. 3 personal fouls. I don't know. You know what it really comes down to? It's, much as all you cunts always go, the fucking Brady rule. There really is the superstar rule. If you're a fucking superstar, you couldn't throw that guy out of that game. You couldn't do it. He's one of the superstars. They need to make their money first and then about 50 other things, and then they try to protect the players. Because even now, the fact that they're trying to protect players, why are they protecting? They're protecting their wallets. Now that everybody there, wallets! What's that from? No, you are looking at a man that doesn't judge another man by the size of his wallet. Come on. What movie? Fucking Wall Street, dude. Charlie Sheen doing that scene with his fucking father. With Martin Sheen, right? Old Bud Fox. Anyways, but I was texting back and forth between Verzi and Giannis Pappas. And, they kept doing this. When the Giants are coming back, this is New York. This is what New York does. And I was just writing, Eli is from Louisiana. That state, that part of the country that all New Yorkers look down upon. He's just a country boy from Louisiana. That's who the fuck he is, all right? He's yet another non-New Yorker who came to New York and took over. Because when you look at the competition, come on, man, I'm just talking about white people here, okay? I'm not talking about other fucking ethnicities because I don't know what you guys are bringing to the table. I don't pretend to know. Every once in a while, I listen to your music, I tap my toes, and that's about the extent of it. Or maybe I come down and eat your food. That's about it. But other than that, I'm pretty fucking white. So all I know is the white people in New York. And generally speaking, It's not real deep. Most of those cunts down Wall Street are not from New York. They're jerk-off finance majors from all around the country. Go down there and start gnawing on the bone. And what does New York do about it? They don't do a fucking thing. They went from gangs in New York, where people just walking around with hatchets and shit, to now it's a fucking cakewalk. It's like when Pacino said, this is like one big pussy waiting to get fucked. That's what New York is. And then if you go there and you succeed, then they say you're a New Yorker. You know what I mean? Padded. New York is such PEDs, it's fucking ridiculous. Nowadays, at least with white people, I'm telling you, you know what I mean? A lot of great rappers, obviously, and basketball stars and that type of shit have come from New York. But other than that, white people, generally speaking, the average white New Yorker, I'm telling you, he's not bringing it. He's standing outside of a Tad Steaks, in his sweatpants. Got his little fucking Sony Walkman on, listening to Alicia Keys. New York, concrete subject, follow you, woo, woo. Thinking you're a part of it. You're not a part of it. You're just one of the ants running around. Frank Sinatra's from Hoboken, New Jersey. He's bridge and fucking tunnel, and he came in and took over your fucking city. All right? Eli Manning breathes through his fucking mouth, and he looks like a 5-year-old in a football uniform. He just does. He's got no style. No, the man wears Dockers, for Christ's sake, and he comes in there, and look at him. He's lining up under center. Anyways, why am I shitting all over him? I actually fucking love the Giants. I do have to tell you, though, JPP, that fucking, that wrap that he now has on his hand that looks like he's holding a fucking frying pan. I swear to God, if somebody on the Patriots deflected one pass with that fucking thing, it would be illegal and we would lose draft picks. And I'm doing that every week from now on. That's going to be my new fucking thing. I'll tell you right now, if we did it, we'd be fucked. Did you see when he knocked down that pass with the fucking bulk of that bandage on his wrist? I'm telling you. That's his new move. Rather than wasting his energy sacking the quarterback, you just hold up that giant fucking stop sign. It's an incredible, obviously it's fucking tragic, and I'm trying to make light of it because I honestly feel, it's just a fucking horrible that accident had to happen. But, then all of a sudden the team you want to win throws a ball and he fucking puts his hand up. All the sympathy goes out the window. You're like, dude, what the fuck is that thing? That's legal? He's like holding up one of those giant light bulbs, they use in science experiments. Anyways, it's almost as big as my head. I'll tell you, if you could somehow wrap my head around your fucking hand, and stuck it up, you would lead the league in pass defenses. Is that what they call them? I don't know what they call them. All I know is I really enjoyed that war between Norman and Odell Beckham, and I love that Norman called him a bitch at the end of the game, and I don't think he should be fined. Obviously, Odell should. You can't jump off your fucking feet like that, doing a sailor's dive into the side of somebody's fucking ear hole. What are you thinking? You know what I mean? But I swear to God, it reminded me of Mel Blount and Golden Richards. Golden Richards had blonde hair, just like Odell Beckham. No? You don't know that? Well, you know something? I do. Something I like to think about. Oh, fuck, I'm so goddamn full. This is so stupid, Bill. Why did I do this? By the way, I always forget to do this. The podcast email, ladies and gentlemen, the podcast email is bill@themmmpodcast.com. bill@themmmpodcast.com. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. I got to keep fucking drinking water. I'm so full of fucking salt right now. I was just talking to a buddy of mine. He thought he had a tapeworm. I swear to God. There should be, you know what would sell like fucking hotcakes right around this time of year? Tapeworms that were almost at the end of their lives. And if you could just somehow force it down, and just during the holiday season, you eat like a fucking animal and it eats 90% of the nutrition and then it just fucking keels over and dies like Marlon Brando when he's out in the garden with his son, or his grandson. Wouldn't that be great? Then you could just eat and drink like a fucking maniac and this tapeworm just takes it all and then it dies. And then, for the next couple of weeks when you have to go to the potty, you just don't turn around and look. This is the most disgusting fucking podcast I've ever done. I'm sorry. I started off with dogs shitting at me. Where do I go? You can't make a comeback. You might as well burrow a little further into it. Right? Is there anything worse than when you go out to take your dog on a fucking hour-and-a-half hike and you realize you only have one shit bag left? You know? And then you got to make that decision. I'm either going to leave some behind like Willem Dafoe in Platoon, or I'm going to have to try to get creative. And there's shit in the bag, and then you got to drop the shit out onto the new shit, and then you just fucking, it's a fucking nightmare. Oh, God. How gross can this become? Is there any women still listening? This is disgusting. You like this guy? You think this guy's funny? Shut up, Margaret. Shut up. All right? Any woman right now yelling at your husband or boyfriend right now, you need to stand the fuck down. Okay? You know what you're going to make them do this fucking holiday season. Let the man listen to a fucking podcast, for Christ's sake. Look at him. He's going to die 8 years before you. Can you have a heart and be nice to him? On average, he's going to die 8 years before you. That's the deal. Unless you're like Dick Van Dyke, 90 years old, and he's still dancing. Still got the light in his eye, man. The fucking guy was sharp as hell. I think that's the key to it. Is dancing. Is it? I don't know. Maybe figuratively. Dancing in your heart. Walking down the street, just still hearing the birds chirp. Sorry. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. I'm going to take you know what? I might walk down to the Comedy Store tonight. And then I'm going to get all the way down there. Bill, you want to go on stage? I can't. I'm just going to turn around and walk back. You know what? That's a great idea. What do I care? I don't have any fucking new ideas right now, do I? I don't think I did. I think I had that. Maybe I got a couple, 2 or 3. I have no idea. Hey, how about I read a little bit of advertising for you guys, huh? You think I read bad when I'm fucking regular day? Forget about when I got a whole giant burger in me. Oh, my God, it was good. Holy fucking shit, was it delicious. I can't wait to go back. You know? Is it all right to just be bulimic every once in a while? That would have been a great time to do it. Oh, my God, that was delicious. Right? Fucking puke for a minute straight. Oh, man, I got to pay my fucking taxes, you sons of bitches. It'd be one thing if they actually fixed the pothole on my fucking road. It'd be one thing if they did that. I'm going to sound like an old man right now. Anyways, I did as I mentioned, oh, fuck. This really is not a good feeling, man. It was delicious, people, but, I recommend not doing a podcast right after you fucking eat one of these goddamn things. Oh my God. So anyways, like I mentioned, I did Fighter and the Kid podcast today. And when Brian Callen wasn't talking about his amazing athletic physique, I was trying to talk to professional fighter, Brendan Schaub. I hope I said his last name correctly. And I was just fascinated with the ability to slip a punch and how they just stare at the center of your chest and look for some movement in your shoulders, and they're able to somehow slip the fucking punch. It was amazing to me. We talked about cauliflowered ears and at what point you can't drain them anymore, because I guess initially it's blood and then it turns all fucking hard. I don't know. That's probably more interesting than anything that I fucking talked about. But anybody fights for a living, man. I wanted to talk more about that. I hope I get to do the podcast again, because if there's just a way to get Brian Callen to stop talking about himself, there's somehow a way to do that. I had a lot of interesting questions, but Brian somehow gets himself in between you and the interesting thing that could actually happen. And he just, has to talk about his geometric shape, which I believe he described as an upside down triangle being screwed into something else. I don't know, manly. An old TV tube. I forget how he described his lower portion of his body, but it was just one description after another about his amazing physique. I'm fucking with you, obviously. I love Brian Callen. So listen to that this week. And with that, why don't I get into the fucking questions before I literally fall asleep? All right. Terry Reed, everybody. I don't know who that is. I know who Tara Reid is. Terry Reid. Hey there, Bilbo Baggins. Just wondering if you ever heard of Terry Reid. He was offered by Jimmy Page to be the front man to his new Yardbirds band, and said that he had a couple of guys that would be better for the job, Robert Plant and John Bonham. I love this story, and I love Terry's music. If you hadn't heard his stuff, check out Seed of Memory. To Be Treated Right and Dean are my favorites. I guess there's a documentary, Super Lungs, is coming out soon. Anyways, I've never heard you mention him before and thought it'd be right up your alley. Oh, well, that's amazing. You know, there's a bunch of those kinds of fucking stories. Like somebody sent me one recently. I think I might have talked about it, about a guy who filled in for Ringo Starr for like 2 weeks at the height of Beatlemania. Ringo had like tonsillitis or something. And of course, it was the early 60s, so it was damn near fatal. You know what I mean? You had to like fucking go to some witch doctor or some shit to get cured. So they had this other guy sit in, and he went from complete nobody to being totally famous, and every chick in the world that couldn't fuck Lennon, McCartney, or fucking Harrison was jumping on his dick. And then the whole fucking thing ended 2 weeks later, and no one knew who he was. And he was just like, what the fuck was that? And I guess, you know, he didn't want to make a documentary out of it. But recently I was going through Twitter, and they showed a picture of him, this great picture. It's great for me looking at it to get a sense of what it was like after he was in the Beatles. Probably crushing for him. He was sitting in at an airport waiting for a flight, and he was like the only guy there, just sitting there by himself with his Beatles haircut. They made him get a Beatles haircut and wear like a fucking Ringo style suit. And then he was just like, well, what the fuck happened? Within 2 years, he was broke and out of the music business. They just kind of lifted him up and gave him the old right there, Fred, right back down. Kind of incredible. So I always find that amazing when there was like people that were, you know, in bands. In fact, I remember a long time ago, I was trying to develop this script, but of course I have too much ADD to try to get these fucking ideas off the ground. But I had an idea for a movie, and then they ended up kind of doing the movie already with one of those guys from The Office. But my idea was, you know, I used to watch those Behind the Musics, and there was always somebody, oh, fuck, here comes the itis. Oh, that burger's taking me down. There's always that person early on. You know, they're like in AC/DC, and they decide to quit and go to school, or they get married, and then the band goes on to make it. And I always thought, like, whatever happened to that fucking guy? Got to spend the rest of his life. I don't give a shit what he does. He could be a fucking brain surgeon. People are still like, dude, you quit AC/DC? Oh my God, what a fucking loser. For the rest of your life. So I had this idea for movies. It was about a guy that quit a band and went on to make it. And it was all about I think I wrote it for Adam Sandler, because it was the late 90s when I was writing this thing. And it was a fucking mess. I was never able to land it. And basically what happened was he ends up meeting the devil in a bar, and he sells his soul to go back in time to not quit the band. So he stays in the band. He ends up not meeting the love of his life. And then he ends up discovering that the reason why the band made it was because he quit and the right person got into the band. So he lost the love of his life, and the band didn't make it. He fucked them all up, and he was going to go to hell. And interestingly enough, that's where my script went to hell. Because the way I got out of it was, then he didn't give a shit. He was going to hell. He fucking went out of his way to find the fucking guy who should have been in the band. So then the band makes it. And because he did that selfless thing, there was a loophole in selling your soul. Real Disney fucking ending. And he doesn't have to sell his soul. He gets back with his wife. And then they go to the concert in the end. Oh, this is how I should have done it. And he's like, you know what, man? I wouldn't trade being with you, sweetie, for all the fucking free pussy in the world. The end, right? And they kind of made a movie like that. Or enough of it. Either way, I don't give a fuck, right? So anyways, getting back to this Terry Reid guy. What was I going to say? That sounds very interesting. I'm actually, I'm going to fucking put this guy in right now to look him up. Terry Reid, man, that sounds like a country guy. was that Jerry Reed? Eastbound, down, loaded up and fucking. Wife's, he said that one night when he was just sick of singing that song in front of those fucking church-going, racist fucking country music fans. Oh, God, they love talking about family. I'll tell you right now, if I wasn't white, I would not hang around with any white people that talked about the family values. The second white people start talking about that shit, you just know you know what's underneath that. Good family values, founding fathers. All right, let's not get too political here, Bill. All right, wife's brother found picture I posted online. My wife's brother found a picture I posted online. Okay, obviously it's not going to be too good. First off, go fuck yourself. All right, thank you. Very nice to see you too. Oh, wait, I forgot to read what this person wrote at the end. Just binge drinking, watching F is for Family right now. So far, I love it. It mirrors the anger I have inside but can't let out in a modern-day society. Thanks for all the free content, and as always, go fuck yourself. All right, there's another guy watching F is for Family. Woo! All right, this next guy. My wife's brother found a picture I posted online. All right, first off, go fuck yourself. Hey, stop being mean. Oh, by the way, did anybody see Will Ferrell on Jimmy Fallon, the Tonight Show this week? Doing that, I got to give you a link to this, even though it already has 12 million fucking views. Will Ferrell is the new Santa Claus, and he's like a Santa bro. I can't do it justice. I can't do it. He's kind of got a high pitch. Hey, Jimmy. And he's got this fucking blonde wig on with the soul patch. I've watched that. It's like a fucking 10-minute video. I've already watched it like 4 times. I hate to say this. I was actually watching it while driving the other day, just laughing. It's fucking traffic out here, But you got to see it. It's the fact that it's just a one-off character and then he came out and crushed that hard with it. The guy's an absolute genius. And by the way, he has a movie coming out called Daddy's Home, starring Mark Wahlberg, Boston's own Mark Wahlberg, and yours truly has a quick scene in there. I got a quick scene. Don't blink or you'll miss me. But that comes out on Christmas Day. So if you already saw Star Wars, which is hilarious, I heard it's fucking awesome, and now I want to go see it after me trashing it. Verzi was fucking defending it, was trying to say Star Wars is not a nerd movie, which is like me saying the New York Yankees aren't a baseball team. Like, it's not only a nerd movie, it's like a nerd's nerd movie. You know what I mean? That's like saying Goodfellas is not a gangster movie. It's more about interpersonal relationships. It's a total fucking nerd movie, but it's fine. It's okay to be, and he's defending it, going like, talking about what a great jump shot he has and how he can throw a football like an animal. I love Verzi. He's always talking trash. The man is always talking trash. So, of course, I got to be a cunt. I wrote him back on Facebook. I'm going, Paul, not for nothing, but when there's full-grown adults dressing like the characters in the movies, that you got to expect you're going to get a little bit of shit, right? Because he's trying to do that. Does everybody be so negative? Can't people just have a good time, man? I think it's the fact that the first 4, like 3 out of 4 were either mediocre or absolutely horrific. And people would rather line up and watch that shit. And there's all truly amazing movies, truly amazing cinema out there. All right. Wife's brother found pic that I posted online. First off, all right, I'll cut to the chase. It'd be nice if I did. I've started this letter like 3 times. I'm 22 and married, jeez, with 2 children. One is biological. That word always reminds me of Shaq's rap because his biological didn't bother. Remember that? He was bobbing his head. Of course, they got him a convertible because he's like 9 feet tall. I got a little too shit-faced the other night, and I shared skimpy pictures of my wife's awesome ass on, I can't tell where. You got a little shit-faced. You got a little too shit-faced. Long story short, my wife's brother was also on there and came across these pictures. My wife was passed out drunk, and I drew a monster eating a hot dog coming out of her ass before taking the pictures. Dude, this isn't real. I don't want this to be real. So then you posted it on a porn site, and it turned out your brother-in-law was on there? Or your girlfriend's brother was on there. What the fuck is going on? Oh, brother-in-law. That's actually a happy ending, that the circle of you three ended right there, and you guys just swirl around in an eddy of that fucking nonsense. Thank God that didn't go out into humanity like a virus. He goes, my wife was passed out. Let me read this again. My wife was passed out drunk, and I drew a monster eating a hot dog coming out of her ass before taking the pictures. Her brother is coming to town for the holidays, and I'm curious what you would do in this situation. Well, how the fuck did he know it was his sister's ass? He was scrolling through lookatthatass.com, and then all of a sudden he was just like, Karen? Or do you have your own name on this porno site? Or would you do it on Facebook? This is really weird. You know what? This might be one of the few Law and Order episodes that were never made. Don't. And then he shows up. You're like, hey, man, that was just a joke. And then he fucking, did he kill you? Did the wife kill you? Who knows? All right. Her brother's coming into town for the holidays. I'm curious what you would do in this situation. You mean, I don't know, but aside from kill myself? I don't know. Her brother already doesn't care for me, and I'm expecting an ass beating. If he starts hitting me, can I hit him back or just become a punching bag for the evening? How old are you? You got kids. He's 22. Wait, you're... Sir, you've made a series of bad decisions in life, and it's ended with this. And I think it's great that the year is ending, that you're in this situation, and I would try to do something to get out of it. The first thing I'd do, I'd stop drawing pictures on my wife's ass and putting them on the internet. Secondly, I would take some self-defense classes and put my wife's brother in his place, but he's going to be right on this one. The only way he knows it's your wife's ass is if somehow your name is connected to that account. So I'm guessing you went on Facebook for friends and family and your fucking wife's ass with the hot dog coming out of it. That's really weird. It probably looked like fucking shit, didn't it? You were drawing a fucking turd coming out of her ass? Yeah, if anybody starts hitting you, you can always hit back. I just try to tie him up. Just get him in a bear hug and just get your mouth in his ear going, I'm sorry, dude, I'm sorry, Joey, I'm sorry. Just keep doing that. Maybe that'll work. I have no idea. That's a hell of a predicament. Anyways, he goes, thank you for Episodes for Family. It's the only show that is funnier than South Park. Hey, easy. No, it isn't. South Park's the king. I love the podcast and, of course, the advice. Go fuck yourself as much as I've fucked myself. Well, good luck with that one. Vinyl. Dear William Claus, I'm buying a couple of friends/relatives some vinyl this year for Christmas. Need some help. I want to get a couple of classic rock and jazz albums. Do you or Nia or the dude who does your podcast or even your mailman have any suggestions? Well, I think Bill Burr live at Andrew's house is a hell of a record to own. Personally speaking, I think it's phenomenal, if I do say so myself. What kind of jazz you want to listen to? I mean, you could go with the classics if it doesn't come out, you know. You have the ones that everybody gets who try, like even the people who try to pretend like they're into jazz, like me, no. You know, like, oh God, what are those Miles Davis ones? Bertha Cool. The one with My Funny Valentine on it might be that one. Right? John Coltrane, A Love Supreme. That's fucking, you know. It sounds like a baby playing a fucking saxophone to me if it actually knew what it was doing, but didn't understand how to make sentences yet. I always like Miles Davis in a silent way. Classic rock albums. Come on, man. I don't know. Zeppelin 2. AC/DC, Back in Black. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I got a giant burger sitting in me, and it's slowly, I feel like this must be what it's like after you get bit by a poisonous snake. After the pain is gone and the horror is gone, the serpent has left the area, and you just given into the fact, like, hey man, I'm just going to ride this out. I'm going to start hallucinating, and I might wake up dead in some other place, or I might just die right here, right now. I saw something I can't even talk about it. Like, I saw something so fucked up the other day. I was watching one of those animal clips. I hate animals that don't have the decency to kill another animal before they start eating it, Reptiles are big on that. I saw a reptile one time. Those giant bulls that fucking routinely kill lions? This Komodo dragon fucking bit it in the leg, and it's got such bacteria in its mouth that it knows it's going to get into the bull's fucking blood system, and it's just going to collapse. But it takes like 3 days. So this lizard just keeps following this thing around, waiting for it to collapse. Not die, collapse. And then it comes up and just starts eating its guts as the fucking cows. It's horrific. I don't know why I'm bringing that up. You know what? I brought that up. Let's see if I can make you laugh after that fucking image, huh? All right, TV show recommendations. Number one, Billy Bob Redfuck. Hey, Billy Bob Redfuck, how's it going? That's actually a good one. I fucked it up. I have a show you need to watch. It's called Ray Donovan, starring Liev Schreiber. It's about a Boston family that moves to L.A. and why are you acting like this isn't a massive fucking a massive hit? Plays a fixer for celebrities and high-profile people in the city. It's fucking amazing. I know you'd like it. It's got boozing, banging, tits, and death. The 4 components of a sick show. Take a watch. You won't be disappointed. Thanks for all the podcasts. Always gets me through the day. Go fuck yourself. Actually, I'm going to start watching that show because a good friend of mine, Mike Binder, who directed Black or White, who's become one of my really good friends. And he's actually signed on to start writing on that show. And I was talking to him the other day. He says he wakes up early, excited to go to work. He's loving working on the show. And he was telling me how sick some of the shows are that they're making right now. So I'm going to try to get caught up on that one. So thank you for the recommendation. Do you have any more? Oh, look at that. Recommendation number 2. All right. Dear Billy Sleuth. The 2009 BBC Sherlock Holmes TV show starring Benedict Cumberbatch is awesome. The acting is great, and it's shot well. There are only 4 episodes per season. Very well done. It's on Netflix, and there are a couple of seasons. I'm going to give that a shot. Sherlock Holmes was always really dry because he's so fucking cerebral. I like those cops that, they smack people around, you know what I mean, and then drink and shit. They solve shit the way, the way people who aren't smart do, They get themselves liquored up and they use violence. I like watching that shit. So I'll sit with that, I always feel like Sherlock Holmes is like Europe's Doctor Who. But if there's only 4 episodes per season, I think I could do that. All right, number 3. Oh, this burger. This burger's taking me down. I don't know if I'm going to make it, guys. This might be my last Monday morning podcast. I want to thank all you guys for listening over the last decade. Hey, Bill. My speech is slowly going to become slurred. My vision is beginning to double. I won't be able to go on with the others. Is this how it ends? All right. Hey, Bill, not sure if you've seen The Nick yet, but it's a great show. Clive Owen is great. He's a heroin/coke addict doctor who does experimental surgeries in 1901. Jesus Christ, I'm on board. Every time my wife and I watch it, we always say, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ, the way you do because of the crazy shit that goes down. Give it a watch and allow yourself to say the same thing. Thanks for the laughs. All right, I'll try that. Number 4. Dear Bill, have you heard of this new show, F is for Family? Why, no, I have not. Wink, wink. Let me read the description. It's voiced by the redhead from I Love the 80s Strikes Back. Bruce Dern's daughter does a voice too. It's an accurate portrayal of life in the 70s filled with all types of humor. The language is a bit salty, so make sure not to watch it on Sundays. I heard they signed for 4.5 more seasons, so don't expect to see the redhead on VH1 anytime soon. Love you, man. Thanks for the laughs. Wasn't that sweet? That was a nice little gift there, wasn't it? All right, winding down here. Oh, I told myself the other day I was going to wrap the Christmas gifts and just put this whole Christmas thing to bed, because the next few nights I'm going to a bunch of Christmas parties. And, you know what I mean? Oh, God, why did I do that burger today? And then I got all these Christmas parties. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to the second I'm done with this shit, and I upload this podcast, I'm shoving my giant head under some water. And I'm waking the fuck up, and I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go to the gym every day. It's just become part of my life. And if you don't want to be fat, well, you go to the gym every day, you cunt. All right, dilemma. Here is a dilemma for you. Dear Billiam, my girlfriend said no gifts for Christmas. She looked me dead in the eye and said, please, no gifts this year. Wow, that's great. To give you the backstory, we got engaged a month ago and are also going to London in February. She's not the type of girl to bullshit about this or test me like some psycho. She really meant it. This is a tough one. I was thinking about making her a card or something lame/awesome like that. What can I do that doesn't count as a gift but still says I needed to give you something? All your listeners are probably going to suggest giving her the dick. There you go. I think that's a great idea. This is what you do. You go out and you buy a little thread that you can tie into a bow. You wrap it, you tie it around your fucking dick. And then you put on some Christmas music. Oh, here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus Lane. And you just run in. Like high kicking with your junk just flapping in the wind with the bow around it, right? If you do that, I bet you'll never have to buy her anything else for Christmas again because she'll probably leave you. And there you go. All your problems will be solved. I don't know. Do you think she really means it? Don't buy me anything for Christmas. Oh, God. Do they ever say what they mean? It's always a game. It's always a test. They're higher thinkers. They're a higher level being. They speak in metaphors wrapped up in an enigma with a riddle and something else from fucking JFK Strikes Back with the Empire. Whatever it is. What could you get her? Why don't you just make her breakfast wearing a Santa hat? Something simple like that. You know why? I don't buy this? Because it's never enough. Even if you go out and you get him some shit, it's not going to be enough. There's always something. Something needs to be worked on. Something needs to happen. What are we doing here? Oh, fuck. That was me sitting up. I just made that noise. Somebody sent me a fucking video of this drummer I never heard of. And I'm going to fucking send you. His name's Charles something or other. He's a jazz drummer. And he is an absolute fucking monster, and he's really fun to watch for any drummers who listen to this. I don't think drummers listen to this. For anybody who happens to be a drummer, but you're fucking listening to this. Let me see if I can get the fucking name here. What is the name of this motherfucker? What is the name of this motherfucker? The guy's name is Charlie Antolini. Charlie Antolini. I actually got this... I got it this morning. Somebody sent it to me. Might or might not have been. I don't want to drop a name here, but he may or may not be the drummer from Truth and Salvage Company. He sent it to me. And he was like, check this fucking guy out. And he's a monster. So I'm gonna have this clip up on the podcast to get your little drummer shit going on. But I'm going to dunk my fucking giant head underneath the water right now. This is it, guys. I'm trying to get to an hour. I got another fucking 3 minutes. I mean, technically I work for myself, so I can take off early, right? It's the fucking holidays. I've been sticking with that Mike Johnston bass drum workout. And by sticking with it, I mean I've done it 2 days in a row. He recommends at least 5 days a week for 3 months. For 15 minutes, you do his bass drum fucking workout. And then you, too, will have a faster bass drum foot than anyone in your neighborhood. I don't know. Unless they're doing the workout, too. So I really want to stick with it. And I feel like if I don't go today, I'm going to fuck the whole thing up. I got to do it. I have to do it. And that's what I'm going to go do. As always, if you would like to support this podcast and really not do anything while you're doing your Christmas shopping this year, if you go to Amazon.com, a way to donate to this podcast that doesn't cost you a damn cent is to, I'm fading, is to go to my website, BillBurr.com, and you click on the merch page, not the merch page, the podcast page. We have an Amazon link. You click on that fucking thing. It takes you to Amazon. I get credit for driving traffic to Amazon.com. You go out, you buy something. They kick me a little thank you. And then it's all good. It's all good. And then, I always, every once in a while, I take some of that money. I throw it at something like St. Jude Hospital, and the next thing you know, every fucking charity in the world goes, oh, we got a live one. And next thing you know, I get a bunch of fucking junk mail, and I have to save the whole fucking planet. And I'm sitting there going, well, why did I do that? I just helped out some kid with cancer, and then they fucking chopped down 50 trees selling me more shit here. So that kid's going to get cured, and he's not going to have a fucking tree to hang his swing on. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. I had a fucked up conversation with somebody today about, I was watching one of those space, those fucking scientist guys. And they were talking about how there's like 30,000 Earths out there in space, in inhabitable places like this with water and all that shit. But, they just don't have an Epcot Center. So, it's not Earth, right? And everybody always thinks, well, maybe there's a bunch of human beings running around there. And I was thinking, well, maybe there's some dinosaurs up there. Maybe the asteroid never hurt, never hit. And maybe human beings, crawled out of the fucking, out of the trees, the mud, whatever the fuck they did. And they got eaten, by the Tyrannosaurus Rexes. Right? And then they're up there fucking eating all the fucking trees and shit. You ever think stuff like that? Well, something I do. 20 more seconds. 19 more seconds. 18 more seconds. All right. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Even if you're not Christian, I hope you had a happy Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. And if you're Muslim, I don't know what it is you celebrate. All right, that's it. I made an hour. There you go. Old Billy Foodbag here. I'm done. Go fuck yourselves. I'll talk to you on Thursday. All right, see ya.
It's the, all right, everybody, it's the BetMGM Sportsbook, the best live lines out there, guys. And how does it work? Very easy. You download the BetMGM Sportsbook app. You sign up and you use our code, bonus code Burr, that's BURR, and you deposit at least $10 into your BetMGM account. Place your first wager and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if the bet loses. If the bet does lose, your bonus bets will be available once your initial wager is settled. So all you got to do, put $10 in, have a little fun, bet responsibly. And here we go into week 16, which will be my first pick. Oh, Paulie had his first. I had my first losing week, Bill. In 7 weeks, I lost. And it was because of the fucking Eagles. I thought the Eagles were going to right the ship in Sneaky Pete's building, and it did not happen.
Oh, I thought you took Sneaky Pete. I left a message on your phone saying that was a great pick.
No, I didn't take Sneaky Pete. You know me. A good team. Sneaky Pete, he's not my thing.
Okay.
But,
all right.
No. So anyway, you had a winning week. Our producer Themlis crushed it this week. And I had another tie. All right, here we go. Going into week 16, my pick, you know what, man?
Well, Verzi picking for Paul. Let's talk about last week. How about the Chargers, the way they just quit on their coach? They were playing like flag football. That transcended sports, Paul. That made me ashamed.
Dude, it was 59-7 when I looked up after kickoff, dude. I never seen. I mean, that was.
They just quit. They just quit. I had the Raiders, so I mean, it was an easy day for me, easy night for me. But I mean, to send your coach out like that, I don't know. I would say he lost the locker room. But dude, there's no way that the fucking Raiders are beating them 63-21, whatever the fuck they did. That was just like, they quit.
That was, Dude, you saw the guy's eyes.
And now they're coming back, Paul. You got to think this week, now they got to save their jobs. They got what they wanted. They got rid of their coach. And how about the Buffalo Bills? Did they expose the Cowboys, Paul? Is it time to hit the panic button? Down there in Dallas, Texas.
It was good for the Bills when I saw Stephon Diggs go up to Josh Allen and they gave each other because there was a little thing there.
Here's what I don't want to hear from the Bills players.
What's that?
All you guys counted us out. You guys, they all had us all written off. And it's because you were playing terrible football. I fucking hate when that happens. Yeah, because you sucked. Because you lost like 7 out of 8 fucking games you shouldn't have lost because you were so favored. Yeah, we were judging it on how you were playing.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained? If I see one more fucking athlete doing that, he's in there fighting lions, it's the stupidest shit ever. Dude, that's got to be the most arrogant fucking thing you could ever yell to a crowd, unless they killed your whole family and you have to fight to the death with people, other gladiators. Then you can say, are you not entertained, you bloodthirsty pieces of shit? But I don't want to watch you fucking throwing a ball around. Yeah. And then turn around like, what do I have to do?
Yeah.
Like my life is that fucking boring. I'll watch the NFL. I watched it before you were in the league, and I'll watch it after. And guess what? I won't miss you. Won't miss you.
The only time an athlete said, are you not entertained, that I thought it was worthy of doing so was when Michael Chandler in the UFC was bloody down to this. And it was the thing where they both let their guards down and they were just smashing each other in the face and not fighting, like not trying to hide it. And he was just piled with blood and the crowd's going nuts. And he just goes, are you not entertained? I was like, all right, I kind of am entertained.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that one.
Yeah.
You're sitting there on an air-conditioned bench or a heated seat, Are you not entertained? All right, let's fucking...
you hit a 3 in the first quarter. Are you not entertained?
This is things I can do without in sports. Here's another thing, too. Dunking on nobody, and then there's nobody under the rim, and you dunk, and then you got to go, oh!
Yeah. I don't like when somebody
like you're a fucking Marine.
Yeah. I don't like when somebody hits a 3 and they go like this after they hit a 3. They count like
it's so fucking cringeworthy. My favorite thing are the DJs. When people make fun of the DJs, then they just take what you just said and they turn it into a song, proving their point that it's recyclable garbage music. It's like, dude, I said that shit yesterday. You already have it. It's the same fucking beat. Oh, bump, 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 bump. Here it fucking comes. The bass drop. Oh, shit.
Yo,
shit.
I was thinking about you last night because my Knicks were playing the Nets.
Also, I don't like people that DJ at a basketball game and act like they're at the height of their fucking field.
Yeah. Well, that's
all right. You're like fucking 2 bad songs away from going back to the Gap.
Yeah, that's why that was my next point. I'm watching the Knicks play the Nets, and I remember you and I there. And I swear to God, Bill, I'm not exaggerating. You could watch it. As soon as they tipped the ball, and the Nets won the tip. By the way, the Knicks blew them out by 20. As soon as the Nets tip the ball, the Nets they win the tip. I swear to God, you just heard Brooklyn, and the whole place is chanting it. And dude, there were so many Knicks fans that by the time we were up 20, the Net fans were upset with how many Knicks fans were in there. They were complaining about it. It's the best.
All those traitors, all those rats. That's a bunch of Henry Hills. That's the Henry Hill fan base.
Oh, it's a fucking rat trap in there. All right. What else? Any other good storylines, dude? I just hate seeing all these quarterbacks hurt, man. This is the first year the NFL's had this many backups, but your boy Browning.
Paul, I had a stomach flu fucking 2 weeks ago, and not one quarterback, starting or backup, called up to see if I was okay. So, I mean, that's a part of the game. Let's go. Who do you got?
All right.
Oh, Paulie.
All right. Well, I am going to take with my first pick.
It's a lot of fucking. You're killing time here, Paul. What's going on? Come on, Paul. You got the swagger. You're killing the book.
I'm going to take Sneaky Pete and the Seahawks -2.5 against Tennessee.
Oh, all right. Okay. I like that. Okay. I don't know why I'm going to do this, but I'm just going to do this. This is a stupid fucking bet. I'm going to take the Bills. I think the Bills need to keep this momentum going. They have to. And I just think the Chargers, as much as they're going to try to save their fucking jobs, unless they all just agreed to quit last week so they could get rid of their coach, even though it's in Los Angeles, I still don't feel like that's their home. I'm going to take the Bills laying 12 on the road, Paul, coming out like a total jackass this week. I'm already down 12-0, Paul. The game isn't even for 4 fucking days.
All right. Well, no, I mean, you're going against a team that's completely in shambles against a team that is flying right now. So I like that pick.
I wouldn't say the Bills are flying.
They're back. I think
they're kind of doing what they should have been doing. Everybody
Yeah.
needs to relax about the Bills. They're all excited that they're finally doing something. You should have been doing that all year.
Yeah. That Dalvin Cook's brother kid's nice. That kid, James Cook. He was running the ball.
Nice guy.
What? No.
He's
Good
a
ball
nice
player. Good ball player.
Oh, you're using some sort of like lingo on me there?
Yeah, he's a nice, fresh.
Hey, Paul, where I'm from, nice means you're a nice guy.
He's a nice, fresh, dope mint kid. Remember mint? No,
for a car. Oh, it's fucking mint.
I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars off of a loss. They lost on prime time. They are playing the Buccaneers, who are playing well, but the Jags are the better team. The Jags need the win. I'm going to take Jacksonville getting 1 point in Tampa off of a bad loss on prime time.
If you said Jags one more time, it was going to become a drinking game. All right. I am going to go against my Ravens this week, and I'm going to take the 49ers at home -4.5. You know why, Paul? Because I'm a believer. I bet against these fucking guys enough times. That Christian McCaffrey, what? Let me guess. Jake the Snake, is he hurt this week? Is that what it is?
No.
Nope.
Oh, no,
it gives me a no.
He's not hurt. But Lawrence is hurt. Just going to throw that out there for you, Paul.
All right. Well, Joey Lawrence, I don't think he plays football. So I'm going to go with the 49ers -4.5. -4.5, Paul. I'm laying 16.5 after 2 picks.
Oh, shit. Trevor Lawrence is hurt. He's not playing.
He might play, but concussion. So it's unclear. But, yeah, he probably won't.
He's showing his toughness this year, Trevor Lawrence. That guy's the real deal.
Yeah, he's great. He really is.
What about Brock Purdy getting all that love finally this week? All these assholes like me saying that he was just driving a Ferrari. Then they start breaking down the film. Hey, he's throwing the ball before they even make the break. The level of skill that takes and the trust in your receiver. I was like, all right. People who know it more than I do said that, so I believe in it.
I hate this week, dude. This is my least favorite week.
Oh, Paul, don't say that.
I hate it.
Don't be like that.
You
already wore your shit brown hoodie.
The 7 and
I've never seen you wear white. You don't wear brown.
I like brown, man.
You do?
Yeah.
I never seen you. Paul, come on, Paul. Paul, you're fucking Italian. You dress the color of the Angels. He gets you in a white on white linen. I mean, you float across that room. Doesn't spill a drop of the red wine, man. It's a fucking thing to see.
The 7-7 Saints are playing the 7-7 Rams tonight.
I'm going to the game.
Oh, well, you know what then? I'm going to do it. Just you got me excited. You know what? I'm not doing anything tonight. Paulie was under the weather. I'm going to watch the game. I'm going to take the Rams -4. Unless you were going to do that because you're at the game. Then I'll give that to you.
I just don't. The Rams, I don't know what the fuck they are. And the Saints, too. The Saints, like, every once in a while, they just fucking kick the shit out of somebody. They're both erratic, Paul. They're crazy chicks.
Were you going to take the
You're
game?
crazy,
You're going?
bitch. Buck cherry. Huh?
Were you going to take the game because you're going?
No.
Okay. I'm going to take the
Stop being
Rams.
so courteous. All right.
I'm going to take the Rams
Paul.
-4.
There you go.
Matthew Stafford, prime time. Rams first game, prime time, I think. Let's go.
All right. I'm taking the New York Football Giants on the road, getting 12. I know the Eagles have been rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling and shit. I think old fucking Tony Ragu goes down there. What is it? Tommy Cutlets goes down there. I think he keeps him in there. Maybe Saquon, Paul, can do something for me, not fumble the ball or anything. 12 points. I don't know. I'm starting to think the Eagles are hurt or something. Like there's got to be something going on with their offensive line. Something's going on.
That's what Kelsey was saying to his brother on the podcast, and he's the center. He goes, yeah, something's off with us. I couldn't believe he was saying that.
Yeah, but that's good that he says that. He's addressing it. He's not afraid. He's not walking away. I like that. I like that a lot.
For my fourth and final pick.
I like how you're saying this like it's a trick. And for my fourth and final pick.
Remember that, what's his name?
I'll need a volunteer from the
Kyle
audience.
Dunnigan. Kyle Dunnigan goes like this. They always go like this. All right, you see it? You see it?
I haven't seen him do the.
You just
Kyle Dunnigan is one of the funniest human beings ever.
I'm going to take the Chicago Bears at home, -4. They almost pulled that miracle Hail Mary on the road. I think, it's at Bears against the Cardinals, who've shown nothing. I'm going to take Chicago to pull out to win that game.
All right. I don't like any of this. You know what, Paul? Why the fuck are the Packers only 4.5 over the Panthers? Because they won last week? You know what? I hear whispering. Just heard some whispering. Somebody's talking. I guess I'm doing a bad job here. You know what?
No.
I'm going to go. Was that you, Paul?
Yeah.
Paul, you're out there whispering? This time of year. Poor Paulie, who loves Christmas. He's sitting there talking to himself. I can't believe it. All right. I like the Packers. I like their quarterback.
That's a good pick.
And I just think professional sports in the state of Carolina are cursed. I just don't think that, Kobe was drafted by the fucking, what are they called? The Crickets? What the hell were they? The Hornets. And he's just like, yeah, I'm not playing for you guys. And the NBA was like, all right. So right there, they just said to all the fans of the Hornets, which then became the fucking whatevers down there in New Orleans, and then they got the Bobcats. They're basically saying, you guys are never going to be good. That's the NBA product. So they got that going on. And then the Panthers, I mean, both of them just play in these shit stadiums. I think it just affects.
Yeah. Well, I may have to do a change here. If Trevor Lawrence is not playing, I don't like the Jaguars in that game. So,
dude, when did you become such a fucking Karen?
Can we find out? Can we find out?
You used some young person slang earlier, so I wanted to do it too. I like that guy. That guy's nice. Oh, did you meet him? No, I mean he's a good player. Oh.
If we could find out if Trevor Lawrence is playing, I'd like to know that. If not, I'm going to change.
Why don't you text him, Paul? You're selling out clubs.
Yeah,
it says he's still.
You're old Benny Big Shot over there.
Protocol.
I'm sure.
What is that? What is concussion?
He's still in concussion protocol.
What does concussion protocol even mean? They don't know now.
I love when Paul gets upset.
They're saying this year it's the most lenient concussion protocol in the past few years. Because
they're like, look at your eyes. Look at your eyes. Look, he's good. He's fine. Let him go.
Yeah, you got your
Paul
shoes
gets
on,
upset. His head goes back. I mean, what does that even mean? He puffs up a little, Paul. You get a little bigger. You know, you're trying to get some fucking answers.
I'll keep the Jags. You know what?
Don't let me talk you into it, Paul. I am fucking poisoned this year.
No, I don't know. I don't like any other game. What are you going to take?
Paul, don't you though? But don't you know?
I mean, the Commanders and Jets. I'd rather.
I like that game. I like that game.
No, why?
Because anything can happen.
Falcons, Colts. I mean, what? I mean, this week might be the worst.
No, Falcons and Colts. That's fucking If anybody can pick that game, I just, I don't want to see your personal life.
If Trevor Lawrence isn't playing, I'll take the Cowboys. So I need to know.
I need to know.
It just says he's still
because you're making me wait. Why can't we just let fucking Paul wait? Why can't we just let him wait? And if he's fucking playing, here's the deal. If the guy's playing, he has the fucking Jaguars. If he's not, then he's got the Cowboys, right?
You know what? I'll change it. Oh, dude, do I like the Dolphins? Nah. You know what? I'm keeping the Jaguars +1. Whether it's Trevor Lawrence or not, I'm going to take the Jaguars. Keep my pick. No changes.
Okay.
I saw it. I liked it. And then I'd kick myself if it went the other way. Let's just keep it.
Hey, Paul, you can sleep with your picks.
Hey, maybe not that one, okay? Wow, man. All right. So there you go. Now, Bill, Bill, it's time for your Monday night special. And it's the Ravens and 49ers. And you had already picked the 49ers. I like the 49ers because the 49ers are going to say, fuck them. They think they're going to the Super Bowl against us. We'll show them what we'll do to them in the Super Bowl. I say we pile on the
It's also a vengeance game. The Ravens beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl about 10 or 11 years ago.
Yep. Well, Christian McCaffrey for a touchdown.
I called that, by the way. You can go on my Twitter. The morning of the Super Bowl, I said, take the Ravens. It's the last time I called the game correctly, Paul. It's been an 11-year fucking drought.
All right. Well, Christian McCaffrey to get one, no? I mean, that's a done deal.
Yeah, Jesus loves him.
That kid gets a
His
touchdown
name's
every
Christian.
Yeah.
He just has that Utah energy, right? Like Clorox white.
He really doesn't look like he went to BYU.
Captain America.
He should have went to BYU with the way he looks.
Right? Yeah, it's just like he's a cappella group white. Oh my God, dude. I was in the dental office the other day, and this a cappella fucking version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer came on. It was so bad I had to Shazam it and start sending it to people. Like, are they mocking?
Oh man, that's funny.
Are they mocking a cappella groups? Like the arrangement, dude. The arrangement was like from 1958. Rudolph the Red, I said that reindeer, he's coming down the chimney
tonight.
I was sitting there going, is this fucking real?
Oh, shit. All right, so we got the 49ers, McCaffrey. You picked the last one.
Oh, 49ers, McCaffrey, and what's the over under so we can lose? What is it?
What's the under?
It's gotta be low.
My guess is
two good defenses. Well, look at that, Paul.
47. Yeah, but dude, you got Jamal. What's his name? Lamar Jackson.
You can tease that up to, like, if you want to take the under, you can tease it up to 52, 53 if you want. Still get odds. So whatever you want to do with that number.
I would tease that up. Tease it up. Take the under.
Okay.
Phone a friend. Tease it.
Can you tease it to what though, Andrew? We want people to
tease it whatever you want.
He just said it, Paul.
Whatever. Yeah. Whatever.
Your odds go down, Paul.
Well, no,
or you can go down and take the over. Whatever you want to do.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
The most you could tease is 6. You can't just tease whatever.
Why? No, I know, but I mean, I'm saying you're not going to go to 53.
Guys, it's the holidays. Let's not fight, okay?
All right. So let's go to we'll go to 53 and take it down.
Hey, Paul, whatever you want, whatever makes you happy.
We make the rules. We make the rules.
No, Paul, I'm doing a little holiday sarcasm, passive aggressiveness. No, hey, whatever makes you happy.
No, listen, whatever you want to eat, I'll get. You tell me. Those people. No, I'll go to the store. Whatever you want. It'd be great to punch somebody in the face through a wreath. So you add like a holiday flair to it, like just some relative you've always wanted to punch in the face. What you do is you go, can you do me a favor? You just hold that up like that, and they just give him a fucking straight right.
And then through the reef, you do what's his face from Casino. Hey, smarten up. Then you just fucking walk away.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the guy.
Frank Vincent.
Who was the guy in Atlanta who had his head in the box and he went boom?
Oh my God, dude. That guy was amazing. No, he didn't close it. He went like that and it slammed shut in his face.
Yeah, I'm talking about these people. You know what people drive me crazy that they go, I'm going to do this a bit about this where they go, I'm hangry. I'm sorry, I'm hangry. I'm just hungry. And it's like, you know who else is hungry? Like I'm hungry too. I'm not going to take it out on you. Fucking eat a snack.
There's all kinds of excuses out there, Paul.
Yeah. My blood sugar. I'm sorry. Go eat a fucking apple. Eat something. I'm hungry too.
And you know what it is, Paul? It's always been that way. Oh, Paul, how about fucking Nick Saban? How about Nick Saban? You know, he's going up against those cheating Michigan Wolverines who are stealing signs. You know what this fucking guy did?
What?
He hired their ex-linebacker coach in 21 and 22 for 1 month preparation to play Michigan. And that's fine. There's nothing in the rule book against that. This guy knows their whole fucking playbook.
Wow.
Yeah. But stealing signs, Paul, I mean, you could go up in front of the fucking Senate if they catch you trying to figure out what's going on.
Unreal.
Yep.
Unreal. Yeah, it's so ridiculous how people are like, oh, you can't root for them anymore. Look what happened with them. I know. And I'm going to say something.
And then all these big time coaches are always talking about integrity and raising men and fucking doing it right. They're doing the same shit any fucking corporation would be doing.
Saban's been giving recruits Ferraris from his car dealership for decades too, and nobody cares. Oh, Jake the Snake.
He has a Ferrari dealership? All right, now I like him.
Yeah,
I'm back to liking Nick Saban.
And then
dude, I'll be honest, dude. I'm playing for Alabama.
I'll tell you this, it takes a lot of balls to be the head coach of Alabama and sell foreign cars in that fucking state. I'll tell you right now, Ferrari ain't nothing but a fucking souped-up Toyota. Goddamn Ferraris, get that Japanese shit out of my state. It's Italian. Same difference.
They're both disgusting. All right.
They're both less than me on the Jesus ladder.
All right. There you go. I got to go.
I'm starting, not you. You're on the bench because I'm Hawaii. I like that Southern accent down there when they had the H. They pronounced the H in white. White gold. Genuine white gold.
Oh, dude, one of my favorite guys from Alabama is the sound guy at Brad Garrett's. Andre. He's the best, dude. He would gamble, and he was the guy I said. He said he was the guy who would make a point and then agree with himself. He go, I'll tell you why, man. He goes, I'll tell you why, because he goes, they don't have a defense and their running game is suspect. That's right. I was like, I'm not even arguing with you, Andre. That's my favorite guy from Alabama.
That's like Subliminal Man.
Oh, dude.
Kevin Nealon. Mets tickets. All right, Paul, let's wrap this up.
Yes, there you go, everybody. Those are our picks. That's the Monday night special. Let's get under 53. Let's get McCaffrey in the end zone. Let's get 49ers to win the game by 5.
And let's get the fuck out of here.
$10 in your BetMGM account. Use our bonus code, Burr, B-U-R-R. Put in $10. And if the bet loses, you will get up to $1,500 in bonus bets. Bet responsibly, everybody. We will see you next week on week 17.
I always like the Yankees.
See you next
Soulless look on her face, brand new Yankee hat. It's like your husband's been in office for 8 years. They've won 4 World Series, and I've never seen you at any of the celebrations.
No, never.
Oh.
I agree.
I enjoyed her campaign failing as much as I've enjoyed the Eagles losing 3 weeks in a row. I don't even hate the Eagles. I just love their coach, and I know he's emotional. So I either want them to be like winning a bunch or losing a bunch. I want to see the guy on the fucking opposite end of this, either just like talking shit or freaking out.
Nick Sirianni's been quiet the last 3 weeks, that's for sure. Oh, he's been looking up at that scoreboard a lot and way too
He's
often.
listening to Dark Side of the Moon. He's slipping into madness. They need to fucking win this week.
How funny is it when an NFL coach is losing and they just do this? The clock look? Oh, dude, looking up at the clock.
Oh. It's one of the worst jobs ever.
It is.
It's right up there with stand-up. When you're having a bad day at the office, everybody's sitting there just watching you. Except you suck.
Oh, dude, they get divorced. The Dolphins coach was like, yeah, I'm trying to spend time with my daughter. I try to balance it. Dude, they're in there like 17 hours a day. And then
you're not balancing anything if you're a coach.
No, and I don't have the temperament to have a reporter talk shit about me. I'm Sicilian, Bill. If I see that and I'm in the press conference, I'll be like, who really? You said that?
I don't know why they don't do that more often.
Oh, that would be great. Hold them responsible.
And then just fat shame them. That's what I would do. I would just go fucking schoolyard.
You just see an NFL head coach fighting Sal Palantonio in the park.
Well, maybe if our offensive line weighed as much as your fucking man tits, we could get the running game going. What's your question?
Yeah.
I'll take the fine.
Yeah.
I'll have a negative salary. All right, I got to get on with my day here, Paulie.
All right, buddy.
I love you, Paul. Good luck with your Thursday night bet tonight.
Oh, have fun at the game.
Oh, I will. I'll bring my earplugs.
I'll see you there. I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.